emotions, yeah, yeah. From all of me with you. And I go crazy for you. Since that night, I realized I didn't want another lover. 'Cause we had time, but I still just didn't want it to be over. I'm in, I could've kept going forever. I'm in, I really wanna see it together. I'm in, to be honest, I just never felt like this. Never felt like this. You got me stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. I'm waiting you to get here. You got the address, so you know how to get here. Ooh yeah, we both know it felt real, so just take the damn wheel. Let's make all the Shakespeare. I'm in, I could've kept going forever. I'm in, I really wanna see it together. I'm in, to be honest, I just never felt like this. Never felt like this. You got me stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone. You know you got me so stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone. Oh, you got me stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you, I'm waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad.
I remember that night when I last saw you. It was a night of, you were crying in all the photos. Life hadn't turned out like we thought it would, and you were sick of the choices you made. I was hoping that you might change your mind, that time away would bring us back to life. But now we're living in a different shadow, trying to make it back home. with you? Why did you leave without warning? From the second you were gone, I was just old news. Like we were nothing, just an excuse. I was hoping that you might change your mind. That time away would paint it in a better light. But now we're living under different shadows, missing every phone call. But I still feel it, your heart close to mine.
With our hands in the air, we'll be high up flying. Take a breath and we can let it out. Yeah, we'll never go back down. This is you, this is me, this is what we're made of. We won't have to make it all alone. I just wanted you to know. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. Close your eyes, settle back, I'll be there to guide you. This is all it takes for us right now. I will make it through somehow. Without you, there's no me, only half a human. You are what I need to feel complete. Yeah, you're the best part of me. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. By your side. get away. 'Cause nothing ever comes so close before you let me go. If I can't have you for my own, then I don't wanna know you let me fall for something. And it ended all for nothing all of a sudden. If only I could press rewind, I swear I'm barely getting by. Really meant what I said when I said you don't leave this head of mine. 'Cause you made everything okay. I can't believe I let you get away. If only I could find, I swear I'm barely getting by. Really meant what I said.
Way down. All right. Hello and welcome to the Gymnastics Network. We just got a little something, a little special start us off. This is going to be Akash Modi up on the pommel horse. We were originally going to have him facing off against Asher Hong and Grant Beckenridge. Remember, the winner of this gets $100. So let's see what Akash can bring out to the works today. Nice little scissor handstand to start off with a beautiful flop sequence here. Akash is just one of those guys who can constantly put it down, but you got to remember, oh my gosh, and the zone. He is a swinger, and he swings so aggressively on everything that he does. It's not like most other guys where you see them with this really long swing. Akash has just got this really aggressive swing, as you can see from that Woo and that tongue fade there. This routine is massive, but you did see that really big form break there, so Akash might be out of the running to win this if Grant hits. Nice set for Akash there. Remember, just that one small form break to kind of start it off, but for the rest of it, Akash put it down. You can see the rest of the Stanford guys there, kind of, just giving him props. They're getting ready for their meet. Remember, that is going to be in about 45 minutes from now.
Yeah, Akash had really good rhythm throughout that pommel horse routine. He had a couple slight form breaks, but really good rhythm, really good circle aggression throughout the entire routine, from first circle to the end of the routine. And of course, Akash is a pro, and he's always going to hit his pommel routine with an extremely aggressive dismount that we typically do not see in the NCAA.
That's what you want, right? Like, if that's the way you swing, that's the best you can do. And I feel like for Akash, he comes out there and he does a very, very, very good job of consistently putting that down. Looks like Grant's going to get ready to go here. Let me see in my other tab if any other video. Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like we're just going to be rocking and rolling with our boys here. Kevin, what did you think of that routine? By the way, this is our guest for the day for the Stanford meet.
Well, thanks. I actually didn't catch the video. Is there any way? Am I missing something? Can't see the video.
That is why we are testing before we actually do our main event today. I'll get you set up really quick with that. Should be about 2 seconds here.
Okay, great.
But I'm gonna throw it actually over into the chat here. I'm gonna see if we got who we got in the chat. All right, we actually got some people up in the chat. Thanks, Kenji. Yeah, Akash really did do a great routine there.
Kenji the Beast.
Let's see.
Nebraska gymnast.
All right, Kevin, what are you seeing now? Still none?
Still nothing yet.
All right, I know how to fix it.
Okay.
You're basically you're in the wrong camera thing here. Looks like Grant Beckenridge is going to get up here on the next routine. Remember, he's just got to come out and beat Akash here. So I know that Grant's got a little bit of a longer swing than Akash, but it looks like he messed up on that flop sequence there, stepping down a little bit early, but a nice woo to kind of get started, getting him circling up. Nice Magyar there. into a Savato. Remember, he's just got to be a little bit cleaner than Akash on this set. And, oh, there it goes. There's no way he's beating Akash now. I don't care how high Grant's start value is. Unless he's starting from an 18-6, he is not going to beat Akash Modi there.
Yeah, he had a really slow and methodical way of doing palm wars. It looked a little bit heavy on his arms, but, and, you know, we see with the fall on the Roth right there that it did end up playing a factor, but very different circle style than Akash. Much more slow and methodical, and Akash is a lot faster and more aggressive.
Well, Grant's just got a much bigger body than Akash, right? So for him, he's got a lot more of a pendulums that he can swing around on himself. You see a lot of guys that are Grant's size pull out and maybe do a triple Russian rather than getting that big body up to do a press for a dismount. But I think for the most part, a pretty good routine. Unfortunately, you saw Grant fall there, but he did get back up and do a very clean ending. You can see just the disappointment on his face. Akash walking up, giving him a nice little high five, knowing that he just beat his teammates. So good stuff out from both of them. And doesn't look like we're getting any video on the other end. So I guess that's kind of it. And I guess Akash is going to come out with the $100. Make it quite the interesting experiment. I thought it was pretty cool. It's not every day that you get to see something like that. So, you know, we're just trying to experiment, do some different things, get our feet wet with you know, the world of different forms of being able to witness gymnastics, really. Alrighty. Well, looks like there's nothing going on now, so we can just kind of hang out. I'm going to throw it back over to the stream starting page, and we'll be back in a little bit.
It's late, make my mistakes, and somehow I don't feel them, but it's bound to hit me later tonight. I wanna say you're everything I wanted for a while and for the rest of time. I don't wanna fight for you, I just wanna talk, and I don't wanna spin around. I'm scared to call you, can't calm you down. No, you're better than nobody else. It's hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. I'm stupid addicted to you. I'm stupid addicted to you. Oh, can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of you. Oh. The pain is still the same. I'll tell you I don't feel it, but I've never been a liar. On my page that you can read, you're everything I wanted for a while and for the rest of time. I don't wanna fight hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. Stupid addicted to you. To you. I just can't get enough of you. Baby, can't get enough of you. You know me better than nobody else. It's hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. Stupid addicted to you. To you. I just can't get enough of you. Oh, I can't get enough of you, baby. I can't get enough of you. Oh, you know, baby, I just can't get enough of your love. Oh, I can't get enough of you. Stupid addicted to you. Oh, stupid addicted to you. Oh.
bad for me, but I can't help but wonder if we could really be happy and good together. Cause when you touch me, and I can't refuse, baby, I pray we'll be okay. And you won't go and break my whole heart now. Feels like playing with fire, but I like to burn. If I could, I'd give it so much sooner. But it don't make sense that I give you all the pain. Tell me what you want, what you want. Like it what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Like it what you got, what you got. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I want your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want. Like it what you got. I can't deny it's so cliche. I know your lies, I know your ways, but I'll be fine. This price to pay might just kill me, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. But I love it. Yeah, I love it. Tell me what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I want your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want. Look at what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I want your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want. Look at what you got. I know you're bad for me, but I can't help but wonder if we could really be happy and good together. 'Cause when you touch me, and I can't refuse, baby, I pray we'll be okay. Say you won't go and break my whole heart now. Feels like playing with fire, but I like to burn. If I could, I'd give it so much sooner. But it don't make sense that I give you all the pain. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want. Look at what you got. I can't deny it's so cliche. I know your lies, I know your ways, but I'll be fine. This price to pay might just kill me, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. But I love it. Yeah, I love it. What you want? Look at what you got, what you got. Tell me what you want, what you want. Look at what you got, what you got. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I want your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want. Look at what you got.
Open the door so you would know that times like these are here to show. You can do things for me and more. I got your back, just take things slow. I'll bring everyone to show that I want your heart. I got your back, just take things slow. Wanna take my hand and get close. Understand, I know how things flow. Please just take my word and think it no. We stay up all night writing notes. We stay up all night writing notes. Do you wanna wait more time? I wish you could be all mine. Wait till sunrise through the night. I can't do this for a lifetime. I'll bring everyone to show that I want your heart and more in my own life. I'll tell everyone there's no stopping us. Can I have you for the rest of my life?
I woke up again at 5 a.m. Can't get you off my mind. Can't figure out who I am if I can't call you mine. These four walls come caving in. I can't get no rest. Outside, breathing in your last cigarette. I would've followed you down, baby. Followed you down, down, down. How many been in your bed lately? You really make your way around. You say you lay with me forever, but I'm alone with another round. With another round. I'm just trying to make last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call and ask why you left me for someone else. I'm just trying to make last call and get drunk while you fall into love with someone else. I don't know where I've been. I taste like ash and wine. When you wake up with him, does his body feel like mine? I would've followed you down, baby. Followed you down, down, down. How many been in your bed lately? You really make your way around. You say you lay with me forever, but I'm alone with another round. With another round. I'm just trying to make last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call and ask why you left me for someone else. I'm just trying to make last call and get drunk while you fall into love with someone else. I've been sad before, but not like this. Cause I had it bad for you since our first kiss. Oh. I've been sad before, but not like this. 'Cause I had it bad for you since I first kissed. I'm just turning my last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call. And that's why you left me for someone else. For someone else.
I'm coming up just a little bit. Never want to quit. I'm feeling it the way it hits. It's elevated. Vision is blurry. Feel it and dizzy. You elevate me.
But I couldn't. They changed the email and everything.
Arrives every little bit. Never want to quit. I'm feeling it. This haziness is elevated. Vision is blurry. Feel and dizzy. You elevate me. Vision is blurry. Feel and dizzy. You elevate me.
I was checking out pictures of us. I never realized what I have lost. Now I know it.
Hello and welcome to the show today. It's going to be a beautiful day. Today we're joined by two awesome guests, but at the same time, we're doing some prelim stuff leading up into the meet. Looks like we're going to be getting ready here to watch Akash Modi do a big routine on the parallel bars. Remember, today it is Akash Modi and Grant Beckenridge versus on pommel horse versus Asher Hong. And actually, Asher ended up winning that round one. He scored a 14.3. Akash Modi scored a 13.7, and Grant Beckenridge scored an 11.25 with a fall. It's kind of crazy that Asher is only, I think he's 17 years old, and he's already, one of the best pommel horse all-arounders in the nation. So, just
Pommel horse all-arounder, pommel horse specialist. Asher's just one of the best on every event that he touches, which is
Just out of this world, really.
Yeah, I typed the scores in the chat for everyone to see. But just a quick recap, Akash got a 13.7 on Palm Horse with a relatively clean routine. Grant Beckenridge had a fall on Palm Horse and scored an 11.25. And Asherong, the Palm Horse winner, scored a 14.3.
Pretty cool stuff, but looks like we're just going to wait for Akash to raise his hand, and then he's going to get started. And then from there, we're actually going to kick it over and do just a minor interview with our guests here, introduce the meet, and then get cracking on the rest of the day here. It's going to be a big and exciting day. Remember, today is Stick for Sticks, meaning that for every $100 that is given to these teams on their GoFundMe's, the link's in the description, there will be a stick added to that team's stick counter. The team with the most sticks will actually end up taking home their pot and half of the loser's pot. It's going to be a really exciting way to kind of mix some stuff up today. But here we go with Akash getting started on the parallel bars.
Beautiful whippet.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Nice peach handstand. Beautiful locked arm and extension.
Yeah, Akash just does a really, really, really good job of keeping his momentum and flowing on all of his events. You see that on pommel horse earlier, and now you're seeing it on the parallel bars as well. Just massive skills as well. You saw that giant, I think it was a giant Diom. Nice little, there's another Diom there. Keeping it really clean. Stutz gets it right back up into the middle, and then we're probably going to see a double back. A little bit uncharacteristic from Akash. Usually you see him throw a full twist in there, but, you know.
See dismount.
Yeah, that's not like Akash. Actually, just the other day we were on the Akash came on the show and we were talking about his dismount. He's currently working the Modi, which is a parallel bars dismount. I don't think he wants us to say what it is quite yet. I think he wants to keep it under wraps.
Oh,
but
he said it on live. I remember.
Did he?
And he said it's a double off the P bars, and said, if anybody wants to take the skill from him, go for it. That was his exact words.
Yeah, if you can land a double on parallel bars, I mean, you deserve to have it named after you because you're risking your life.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah, definitely weird to see Akash finish with a double back on parallel bars. But let's just get into the routine. He was swinging extremely, extremely confidently and aggressive, and that's something that you could always talk to about Akash's gymnastics. Akash shows a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger, and it's almost shown in his aggression of all his skills. Everything is done to an extreme precision, an extreme just tenacity to keep going and keep going. And that was a really good routine from Akash, an exception of the C dismount. But he's probably just doing a little bit of load management, probably doesn't want to do that big dismount today. Or maybe just got a weird bounce off the bars. But nonetheless, it was a very good routine from him. And going to look forward to watching his run on the Olympics this year, Tokyo 2021.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's get cracking on the meet here. Let's kick it over into our guests. Today we are joined by two beautiful men, and we're extremely excited to have them on the show. It's going to be an absolute blast. Why don't you guys take a couple moments, introduce yourselves, and we're really excited to have you here.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Hi, I'm Kevin Majaika, coming to you from Houston, Texas. Man, this is exciting. I'm very happy to be here and to help out. You know, men's NCAA gymnastics. Been doing the sport for a really, really long time. Actually, believe it or not, over 50 years I've been doing the sport. Started when I was a little toddler, went all the way through high school, and then went to the infamous Southern Illinois University back in the day through 80 through 84. And then basically when I finished there, I hit the ground running right into coaching and really never looked back. And I've been coaching ever since. And then, had the opportunity to do just a ton of amazing experiences and work with incredible athletes throughout my career. And then currently I am a gym owner. I just built a new facility here in Houston, Texas. And man, my whole life has been about gymnastics, ever since I was 4 years old. So I'm really happy to be here.
That was a long time ago, Kevin. 84.
It really, really was. In fact, that
Now
was,
you're well into your late 80s, and you look good for the most part.
well, it was actually only 40 years ago, believe it or not. So. Wait,
So what is the gym? What's the gym that you recently built? We can really get a shout out.
Houston Gymnastics Academy. In fact, since we're live,
Bring the video in. Yeah.
Houston Gymnastics Academy.
Is that in Dallas, Kevin?
there's my gym.
Wow.
That's nice.
Kevin, is that gym in Dallas? Where is that located?
Actually, there would be H-Town, Johnny.
Oh, that's
Hence
Yeah.
the Houston Gymnastics Academy. No, it's
okay. That's
So-
nice.
Did Michael Artlip come out of that gym?
a while back. Yeah, he started with us as a youngster, and then he moved over to the JCC where actually Gene coached him. R.I.P. to Gene Watson, who was, man, he was awesome coach, and man, that influenced our sport tremendously, including myself. I mean, he was a great mentor to me. So yeah, Michael was here at the beginning.
Wow, yeah. Because I have heard a lot of really big names come out of HGA. I've heard of him. Maybe you could say some more names that came out of HGA or are currently training there.
Well, it goes back, in the late '90s and the early 2000s when I was actively coaching. Of course, Sean Townsend, 2000 Olympian, and 2001 World Parallel Bar Champion, Todd Thornton, Sean Golden, Raj Bhavsar, Mike Dutka, Penn State.
We actually had Sean Golden on the show last weekend.
Yep.
And
All
that's
that-
a lot of Stanford gymnasts are actually coached by Raj Bhavsar as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Right.
interesting to see his influence.
One of my first athletes went to Stanford, and John knows him. Josh Stein, back in the day, was one of my first athletes and national team members that went on to Stanford.
Love that guy. Olympian, 96. He's the bomb. Love Jock.
All right. Well, John, do you want to give us a quick little intro?
Allow myself to introduce myself. That's accurate. I was a gymnast, a little more recently than Kevin was, by 4 decades. I was on the University of Minnesota team. I grew up as a gymnast. It was my whole life, basically, too. My dad was a gymnast and Olympian. He was the head coach at the University of Minnesota for 33 years, something like that. And so I grew up in the gym. My sister was a gymnast. She was an Olympian in 1984. I was very fortunate to go to the University of Minnesota, where my dad coached, and make 3 Olympic teams out of there. First was in '92, my junior year of college, and that was an amazing experience. The second one, 1996, got to go to Atlanta, compete in front of the home crowd, which was unbelievable. And finally, 2000, which was there with Kevin and Sean Townsend, and it was another great experience. A little heartbreaking. We couldn't quite crack that top 3, which pretty much haunt me to my grave and make me die early. No, I'm kidding. We got close though, man. We were good. I think we did a lot to bring men's gymnastics along over the decade. It was pretty rough there at the beginning, and if you got heartbreak, that means you're good enough to be in the mix, which is what we wanted to be. So, but we had a blast, man. It was amazing, and now I have 3 boys that do everything. Anything and everything, I put them in it, and gymnastics is one of those things. And been fortunate to know Kevin a long time. He was one of the coaches on our staff in 2000, Olympic team coach. I was athlete rep for many years, so got to work closely with him and a lot of other amazing individuals. That's the greatest sport in the world, right? I mean, it's not just because of the actual sport, but the people that are in this sport. And I could go on down this road right now, but I'll just tell you that when a sport is this hard and it's this humbling, and you love it as much as the people who love it that are in the sport, it creates a lot of character. And there's a lot of great character people and characters in the sport of gymnastics. And I think it's because of the trials and tribulations you have to go through, mostly in unknown dusty, dirty, chalk-filled gym where no one ever pays attention to you, but you just hone your craft anonymously for decades at a time. It makes for just a lot of flavor, and I've been very fortunate to continue to be a part of that. I own a summer camp called Flip Fest Summer Gymnastics Camp. Kevin's been there a few times. It's a blessing for me because, like Kevin, I get to be a part of the lives of youth coming up and the young people of the world and our sport, and hopefully, I hope, influence them in a positive way. And so here I am, man. Here I am, ready to talk gymnastics. Let's go!
We are super excited to have you.
Need a haircut.
And you had some really good accomplishments in the community, and it's really an honor to have you here. But I want you to shout out your summer training camp as well.
It's called Flip Fest.
What?
There we go. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
You can see it at www. We didn't have a website for a lot of years because I couldn't spell www. So it took me, finally we got it down. So now it's www. I'll pause so you guys can write that down.
Got it.
Flipfest.com. You can check it out. It's amazing. We do 10 weeks of summer camp. Kids from all over the world come, obviously all over the country, and over 200 kids a week. And we bring in current, special guests, college great gymnasts, Olympians, and we try to bring in some of the great coaches and college coaches, and we have a blast. And honestly, it's not our main focus isn't teaching gymnastics, which I know that's going to be like, why do you have gymnastics camp? No, we do a ton of gymnastics, and we work hard at teaching gymnastics, but it's about changing lives and inspiring kids and making them realize how unbelievable they are and that they can go and conquer and change the world. And that's what we're about.
Well, we really appreciate that. We always appreciate when people do stuff for the community, by the community. I see the chat. I see that the audio is off, so we're going to work on getting that fixed. If you guys could even hear that in the chat. But I just put the website to Flip Fest in the chat, and I'm looking for HGA right now to also put that in the chat.
I'm opening the chat technical question. So when I click the little chat button at the bottom, there's nothing there. It just shows, it shows share invite, add people, and it shows we've all joined the conversation, but I don't get to see what anybody's writing.
Oh, so I'm looking at the chat on the YouTube. Yeah, so I guess we had some the challenges that we had to do, but if you open up the stream on your YouTube and turn down the resolution, just so the Wi-Fi is not spotty, just turn it down to like the lowest resolution. You could just read the chat right there. And me and Isaac always have the chat up. Sometimes on stream, and but usually just on my laptop, and I'll just signal to Isaac to read it real quick.
All right.
So I search the gymnastics.
Yep. If you just go to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it.
Gymnastics.
All right. I think we fixed the audio. Chat, let me know. The great thing about the way that I run this stream is that nothing ever likes to work. The way that I do it in testing. So I spend all week trying to do fancy stuff, and then the moment that we go live, everything always decides to not work. So I end up using the stuff that we just end up using last week. So I don't even know why I try to innovate anymore. But looks like the meet is about to be underway. Remember, today is Sticks for Stakes. What
does that mean?
So Sticks for Stakes essentially just means that every time that there's a stick today, there will be a counter for that stick. Okay? And whatever team ends up getting the most sticks ends up winning. But you can actually help your team by pledging to your team's GoFundMe, the link in the description, for their stick fund. So whatever team ends up having the most sticks at the end of the day will take home their stick fund pot and half of the loser's stick fund pot. So it's really paramount that you come out and help your team. And you can see at the top up there, that is the winners. That is the stick counter. The zeros up there right now because obviously we don't have any sticks yet. This is Brandon Nguyen. And I'm going to hand it over to our casters. You guys have a blast. We're just going to make sure that everything's running smoothly here.
Kevin, here we are, buddy.
Here we go.
Annual Gymnastics starting off for Stanford. This is good.
Yeah, Brandon Wynn here. We've got back 1.5 front full. Gets stick going. Looking good. Some solid landings. They are a pull, another stick. Not all those sticks count for the stakes, though, right? Just the dismount?
Just the dismount.
Just dismount.
Oh, man.
Brandon starts at a 15-4, apparently, allegedly, according to the list we're looking at.
Going for it?
No stick for you. No stake.
That was a good set, though.
That was a good set.
Solid start for Stanford.
There's Tom Galimi in the front there, head coach of the Stanford University Cardinal. I know Tom pretty well. You know him kind of good, Kevin. Were you guys teammates at Southern Illinois?
Actually, we weren't. I was a couple years ahead of him.
Okay.
He was at Northern Illinois, and then he chose wisely to come down to Southern Illinois.
Oh.
And he actually coached with me in Houston for a little while back in the day.
Nice.
Just
Yeah,
another
Tom's a good.
Yeah. No. I mean, let's see. Default. Alright, let's do this. Zoom keyboard audio. Test. Alright, I think we're back. I think we're good now. I don't understand. You want to save changes? Yes, save changes. I know. We're struggling here. What is going on? Is the audio still like that? I don't understand why things are breaking. Alright. Let me turn these microphones.
I mean, he's working. He's working a little harder than he needs to. I feel like right there.
I think holding it is definitely number one. And, yeah, you can straighten that out. Back double pull down the side. Let's see what we got. Back 2.5 dismount.
Oh, 310 hop. You got to take 3 on that hop, right? Too big.
Yeah, 3/10.
What's his start value, Kev?
He's at 14.9.
Is that on the pre-comp forms that you didn't want to share with me? I just want to make sure.
I did see those two, John.
Oh, Stanford starts with a 13-1. 13-1 on a 15-4 start? I mean, is that for real? Is that serious? That seems kind of bush league to me, I'm not going to lie.
That's a lot.
So,
A lot.
yeah, that's a little harsh. That took him back behind the woodshed on that one.
This is Riley Loose.
Come on, Riley.
15.9 start.
Oh, come on. He'd probably score an 11 if he hits perfectly.
Double front half. Yes.
Oh,
Woo.
that's big time right there. A little low on the shoulders, though. Are they going to get hit on that? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Back 2.5 Brady. Gets 1/10 connection for that. Very nice. Woo.
Two and a half. Is that 2.5? It happened kind of quick. It looked like a 2.5 to me.
Yep, that was Randy.
Oh, this guy is good.
Big time. Double
Tom
full
must have good assistant coaches because there's no way he coached him up this well. Is it Syke? Syke's got to be working with this kid. He's too good for Tom.
Oh,
Are you joking me right now? Is that a wide arm? This is like he was going to go wide arm handstand. He said, no, not so quick. I'm going to go Maltese.
Maltese.
He reminded me of my coffee table in my living room. Could have put my tea on him.
Definitely.
Speaking of which, I got my hot tea latte here. This is good.
Definitely setting the table. Let's see what he's got.
Oh no, not giving it to you. No.
Awesome.
I like to. And my heart says yes, but my gut says, my head says no. Kevin, would you have a different take?
Oh man, that was close. It was such a great set, man.
That was unbelievable. 15-9 start. I only had 6 points in deductions. What did you come up with? I mean, these judges are hardcore. So Army starts with a 12.95. What did he have a start value for that first routine, Kevin?
14.9.
So he had a 14.9 start value and only scored a 10th and a half lower than that 15.4, which those are pretty comparable routines, I think.
Yeah.
Thoughts, cares, concerns?
Well, I mean, that was 0.6 difference. You know, I think we caught up to a little late. He could have had a couple 3/10ers that just even out that start value.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about that. It's like it's the hardest sport in the world for sure. And they're doing this crazy gymnastics. And then, you know, the details, there's like 47 deductions for one pass because it's like, you know.
It's ridiculous.
You know,
It's the worst part of our sport. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they don't want to take away from the awesomeness that they're doing. Nice triple full mount. This is, I think, Graham Shaw, right?
Yeah, Graham Shaw. I call him Graham Shaw for short.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Just a nice lofty layout to Brandy.
Skip the back handspring. No back handsprings, just round off. I like that. Do you teach a lot of that? Do you skip the back handspring a lot, Kevin?
You know, it's funny you say that because, man, it's changed so much. You know, one with the code and what the requirements are, but then two, like the technique of round-offs. You have to check out some of these round-offs, man. Their arms are like, you know, almost touching the floor to get that deep punch angle.
Yeah. And then you get like the Japanese guys who do like the round buffalo girl around the outside, so they can twist like before their feet even hit. Is that the proper physics? I mean, apparently it's working for them because they just start pulling right away.
It's crazy. You know how they.
Oh, double 2.5.
Yeah, a solid set. No major mistakes. Yeah, it's crazy. They go around the side and then they square up to the twist, and you know, it's just. Yeah. I mean, really, it's just insanity now what they're doing these days.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's out of control. So,
who do we got next?
Yes.
Yep.
Brandon Briones, maybe?
Briones.
Yeah. Briones. Is there an S at the end? Briones?
Briones, an Arizona gymnast.
Got a 15.6 on the start value. So what do we get on that last score? I got to do math now. 13.1 was the first score. So what, a 14.3?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. 14.3. Oh!
Double, no problem. Man, that was.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Oh, look at this.
That was sweet, too.
Man, that was solid. Front pull, double pull, gets 10th back. Man, kick it out, double front, no problem.
He's on like fast forward, too. He's not wasting time in the corners.
Well, you got that 70 seconds, man. It's like you gotta cram it all in. Man, that was
solid, too.
That was like nothing, man. 2.5 for any.
I still think, though, we got a 14.3 for Riley. I mean, somebody found a 1.5 in deductions. Can we get the names and email addresses and phone numbers of the judges? Put them up on here. If we can maybe.
Yeah, we can actually get that for you.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Man, he is light on the floor. Look at that. Back 1.5 front full like nothing. Now, what do we got? Setting up. Arabian doubles.
Oh!
Whoa!
Woo. That's pretty good. That's only a D.
I know.
D.
That was only 15.6. It was like jam packed.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it's silly. Like you think about the routines, even 2000. That I was terrible on floor, but like even the Homeboys, like that was their routines are like level 9 routines. It feels like now. I mean, these guys they do what 17 passes in a routine, and it's crazy.
Well, think about our college sets now, literally like level 4, you know. But- no, I have thought about that. You know, like back in the day, it was like, man, teaching 11, 12-year-olds doing double backs, and I thought that was a big deal. It's like,
Yeah. I remember Cheney Humphrey in 1984 at JO Nationals did a full-in back out for his mount on floor, and he was 14, same age as me. And I said, whoa!
whoa,
Keep it in
saved
bounds.
it, saved it.
He mounted full in. We were both 14 years old. I mounted with a full, and I didn't make it. I went to my back. I mean, give me a break.
Hey,
Graham Shaw, 12.95 for that routine right before this.
that's good. Bumble Brandy, setting up for press. Got to get that element group 1 requirement. 2001, 2002. No problem. Let's see what we got. Coming up next. 19 full.
Way to show it off, though. Oh, his heels were out. His heels were for sure out. That's a 10. I'm taking it. If you're going to do an easy pass, do it well. I like that. Just be clean.
Yep.
He's going to stick this. I'm cutting a ribeye tonight for him. Oh, no, he did not stick it. That's it. I guess it's spaghetti again. That was good, though, man. I tell you what, we're seeing some good gymnastics, though. Clean, smart. And I didn't think, Stanford, they're pretty legit. Like, have they ever competed, like, national championships? Have they ever won that meet? They're good. I don't see them that often. You got a cool gym, too. Look at that gym.
It is
You know
cool.
what you would do, Kevin, if you're a gymnast and you went to Stanford, you'd climb those rafters up there. You guys one day would go, all right, we're climbing. You'd go up there, right where my mouse is. You can't see it. But you'd climb up there and you'd get a big mat down at the bottom. You'd get a huge resi mat, and you guys would take turns jumping off of it, is exactly what the Salukis would have done. Am I wrong or am I right?
We'd never do anything like that, Johnny. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got to tell your story later about one of my favorite funny stories about you jumping over the railing at Southern Illinois. But we'll wait, maybe in between rotations, because maybe it's just me, but that just makes me chuckle. I thought it was good.
Well, we'll have to get to the facts about it, because that was one of my teammates, actually.
Well, see, a good story doesn't have to be true. So, all right, Brodie Malone. Is this Brodie? Please tell me it's Brodie. Brodie! 15.6 start value coming up right here.
Yep. Here we go. This is a huge mount from pulled up. Oh!
That's just stupid. It's stupid that they do that. It's
Amazing.
stupid. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's
Oh.
ridiculous too.
Back 2.5 front double fold. This guy is killing it, man. 1.5. Rudy. Wow. Can you believe that, John?
No, that makes me,
That was so. He did that easy.
I know, that was awesome. It reminds me of how good I used to do a front full layout Rudy. Remember my expertise on that by chance? How good I did that?
I'm not recollecting it exactly the same.
We'll roll in some B-roll on that later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he
man.
needs to go. That's where the upgrade needs to come right there. It needs to be a 2.5 twist punch front full right there to get a little more.
I'm calling stick. Think he's got it. Triple full.
I believe, no way.
There's that right arm.
No one sticks a triple.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Calls it.
Got that. All right, we got one steak. So how does this thing work again? They deliver steaks to us when they stick. We get steaks.
So the way that it works is, for every stick today, we count it. And whatever team has the most sticks at the end of the day takes home their prize pot and half of the loser's prize pot.
Whoa.
But
How can the parents get involved? How can
well,
they
the
help?
parents can get involved by going into the description of this video and clicking on your team's stick fund. I have them both labeled out in there. They're both GoFundMes. If you want to donate to the Army stick fund, you can go and click on that. or if you want to go and do the Stanford thing. But why should you donate? Well, for every $100 that is pledged to your team, that will count as a stick for your team. So depending on how much money you raise, that's how much you can come out and help your team, right? It's a good way to come out and raise some money for these teams that really have given us so much and have given the gymnastics community even more, right? They're two very talented teams, and the experience of being able to cast both of these teams this year, we wanted to create an opportunity to give back to both of these teams, as you know, the Gymnastics Network has really been built on Stanford and Army this year. So we really appreciate that, and this we felt like would be a great way to get out and, you know, build that as we transition into the off season, because this is our last broadcast we get to do with the NCAA athletes for this year. So
that's ridiculous. This is the last. We need to have like in the gym contest or something, because this is the first time you've had us and now it's over.
Yeah, well, we're working on it. We're working on that in the gym contests. Trust us, it's coming.
Yeah, we had that test event at the start of the stream. If you guys were here for the 115 and 145, definitely want to be doing some more of those. So let us know in the chat, guys, how you guys like that format.
I gotta say, you know, going back to your donations for these teams, you're not. It's a little. It hits close to my heart because I just lost my alma mater, Minnesota, this year. But it's more than just about helping these teams. You're donating for opportunities. You're donating to create opportunities, not just for these kids, but kids down the road. You know, if you're watching at home and you have kids that do any sport, kids that grandkids that do gymnastics, whatever it is, when you donate to a program like men's gymnastics or any of those non-revenue sports, you're basically saying, I support opportunities for young kids to do collegiate athletics, period. And that's what that's all about to me. So if you're donating and you're able to donate to both teams, because honestly, it's not about one team over the other. These guys are all in this together. And that was like 5
That's a
sticks
stunt.
in a row. That was silly. Check it out. It is.
Hey, where the flags at?
I know you clean
I don't know. Clean it up. We got green flags. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab one.
I think. Oh, they're right here. They're
That's
right here.
right. That's right. A good reminder to all those listening to not only donate, because exactly what Johnny said about getting funds to these non-revenue sports. It is about opportunities, and also within the rules there, when they stick, they get an extra 10 back on their score. So
Yeah, true.
it's good, but even more important is definitely break out the wallet, donate. Got to keep this sport alive and going. Do whatever we can to support these amazing athletes.
Best athletes pound for pound on any college campus are the gymnasts. Male or female, they are the best athletes on campus. Bring it if you disagree, because I'm right.
Yeah, I'm in the DMs all day. I am in the DMs all day.
Get over yourself, men's basketball, football.
Well, I mean, there's just no question.
Oh, that was nice. Double pipe.
Just like,
Is this Blake Wilson? This is
yeah,
Blake Wilson.
he just like trotted into that. It was like double pipe. Like, no problem.
Starts at a 15.7. Brodie Malone, a 14.55. I mean, I would have had it higher, but that's just me. But that's a pretty good score compared to what people have been getting relative to start values.
Wow. Okay.
Kevin, before we're done here today, you're gonna tell us who the Olympic team is gonna be, just so you know. So you want to prepare your politically correct statement. But, it's so hard to pick. I can't wait to hear what you tell us it's gonna be.
Ooh, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, he's gonna bring it. He's gonna put himself out there on a branch, and we're gonna start sawing it from the other end.
Close to the stick.
Dude, these routines are just amazing.
Stanford's floor lineup is absolutely ridiculous. World class from Riley Luce, Brandon Briones, Brodie Malone, and Blake Wilson is also their anchor on the floor. And that routine was also extremely, extremely good. World class routines from all guys in the Stanford lineup right there.
Big time. It's 15.7 start value. They got a total of 78.2 on their start value. That's like
Hot.
really high.
Mucho
Well,
bueno.
now we're going to be
I
looking
gotta say though,
for
we're talking a lot about Stanford's difficulty. I love what Army's doing though. They have been their execution scores have been. I would love to break those down compared to Stanford. I know the difficulty's lower, but you know you got to have a game plan. You got to do what you do and do the best gymnastics. And they have been, it's been lights out, honestly. And talking with Doug Van Everen before this meet, he said he's dealt with so many challenges this year with quarantines and COVIDs, and I mean it's just been rough for him. And they've got guys out again today, and just trying to get through the season. It's been brutal.
Man, he's bringing it on this set.
It's up to Jacob Nauman to tie up the stick counter for the Army team.
What's the total? Give us the total. I can't count past like 2, so.
It is 2-1 right now in favor of Stanford. For
I got little check marks now on my sheet. I'm gonna count. Oh, don't wobble when you go into the corner. Oh, that was nice. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, Rudy. So it's not a 2.5, but it's perfect.
All right, got back full here.
Perfect again.
Here we go.
Come on, dude. Come on. There you go.
Here
Can you hear us?
Come on, bring it. Here we go.
There you go. Another one.
We're all tied up, 2-2.
2-2.
And I think I've called it more often than you, John. So I'm.
So you got how many check marks on your predictions do you have?
No, I'm just saying that I've called the sticks more than you.
So I didn't know we were competing. I mean, you said stick every time, Kevin. So that by default, like you get every stick. That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't know that we were doing prediction. I got to get out my notebook, me and Isaac, so we could start predicting some sticks.
And this is exhibition fatigue, right?
Is he doing this for all around, or what do we got?
I believe it's exhibition for Zachary Martin today.
Got 15-4 start. Let's see, Mountain with front double.
Did Blake Wilson do part of the routine I didn't see? Because 13-6 spot. Where is that coming from? What happened?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Surprise.
He had 2 points off.
A pike. Oh, that was nice. Coming back with full twisting double back.
Oh.
Arabian Brandy out, whatever you call it.
I like it called Arabian Brandy out personally.
That was cool. On full brain, it's solid. Yeah, John, it's hard to understand the scoring, like what all they're coming up with. Nice 1080 Russian. Getting a couple value credits out of the Element Group 1. Sometimes smart. Some of you junior athletes out there, do what you can do and do it well. And back 1.5. Man, that was nice. Super light. Call on the finish. That's pretty standard now. Double pull down the side. Back 2.5. Oh.
That was good too, man. That was good. Is he going to beat a 13? What was their low score on that event? 13.65? You always wonder, you put a guy exhibition and then he beats everybody else in the lineup. You wonder what, I mean. It totally sounds like something Tom. There's Tom with his mess. I guarantee right there that's a legal pad. That's a crossword puzzle. That has nothing to do with gymnastics meet. He's for sure doing the Stanford Cardinal newspaper crossword puzzle.
We need to get a close up on that.
100%. That's what he's doing. What's happening now? Why is this happening?
Oh, I thought it was $1,000 already. It was like,
oh, that's the goal. 1,000.
Oh no, we got to do this, man. We got to get way past $1,000.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Currently, we have received 0 donations right now. So if you guys want to see to support your teams in the form of donation, and also just play a little game and see your team win sticks for steaks for this meet, go to the GoFundMe to donate. Those links are in the bio, and I also will be dropping them in the chat for everybody. It's a really good way just to engage the community and really does help some of these struggling NCAA teams, and do it in a pretty fun and interesting way with sticks for steaks.
Dude, I'll match the first $100. Whoever donate, whatever team you donate for, I'll match your $100. Stanford or Army, I'm on board both teams, not playing favorites. So whoever donates $100 to one of these teams first, I'll do the next $100.
So that is
Get
two
this ball
sticks.
rolling. Come on.
That is
And there's
two
I'm
sticks.
looking in the chat real quick. Doug mentioned Matt Davis is out because he's quarantined, so he's not competing right now. And that's an All-American from last year. He's a lot of their points. According to Doug, it's like 40% reduction in the team score. Like that's a key player, man. And that's this COVID thing this year. Whew. I mean, I just listened to some guys talking about the men's NCAA hockey tournament. And I think, and don't correct me if I'm wrong, Notre Dame and Michigan are actually out. They qualified in the tournament. They're out completely because of COVID. They had somebody test positive on their team and they're out. I mean, can you imagine getting to that moment in your career? And I can tell you, and Kevin can tell you, NCAA championships, collegiate gymnastics is important to us as any part of the sport. And to go that far and then all of a sudden have it snatched out from under you. Same thing with women's teams, men's team. You can get to the final day and you could be going out there as the favorite to win and have it ripped away from you because of this. It's just devastating. Awful.
It's heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, I mean, that actually ended up happening to me, John. I didn't.
Really?
When I was a senior, 2020, we were getting ready to go to NCAA's, Big Tens, right before postseason. Remember, the season ended in March that year.
Yeah.
And I never got to do my senior year NCAA's. I never got to do my senior year Big Tens. And I felt pretty confident to be able to come out and do a really good job. I was a ringman for Penn State, and I was ranked, in the top 2, top 3, and I was ranked first all year until we went to Illinois.
Isaac is being humble. Isaac was on his quest to being an All-American for sure, and potentially being a national title, and it got ripped away from him in a devastating fashion.
Yeah, it was like one of the hardest days of my life. I mean, I remember just being in the gym when they told us the news that, all that hard work I'd ever worked for, I was never going to get my day. So I relate to those guys, man. It sucks. It sucks. It's the worst feeling in the whole world.
Ian Gunther, former HGA athlete.
Oh, wow. Tell us about him, Kevin. Tell us something about him that no one would know, that he'd be embarrassed that if we did.
He got his start here, and then finished up at Cyprus, and then went on to obviously compete for the Cardinal. Look at this set.
Great swing.
Well, I can say, as a junior athlete, he wasn't nearly this strong. Like he's so strong. Look at that fight on the end there, and dismount. Yes.
Oh, that's what I love a good handstand at the end, because you know what? I guarantee you, before this meet's over, you're going to see a lot of up and down dismount, and that, I think, if you picked out one thing that is meet to meet one of the biggest deductions these guys face, it's the handstands, because they get tired and they stop and come down. They lose the value. I mean, it's a brutal deduction, but man, time and time again, I just covered Minnesota and Illinois last week, and there's, handful of guys, same thing, just getting hammered on those dismounts.
It is so true, man. It's like, it's almost like we start with the end in mind. It's like, okay, get your dismount down pat. It's also the exclamation point at the end of the set. So like what Ian did, if it slams up there, you're like, oh wow, the judge is like, whoo,
yeah,
awesome. So that's that exclamation point. Do, I don't know, John, you did it all the time. Do full sets and do like 5 extra dismounts afterwards, working it because it is so all out critical, and the deductions are just numerous to say the least. Swing with strength and. Pike can go up and down. It's just like, oh man, make me kill you.
Is this Joe Minus? If so, he's really been a plus for this team, I feel like, Kevin, this year.
Yeah, this is Joe. Oh, starts out with Roth. A good fight there. Oh, that was good. Handstand. Stay with it.
Ooh. Oh, baby.
Oh, scissor pull to the end. I like it. Scissor half, well done. Here we go. Travel. Oh, tongue fade. Get up. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Oh, keep going.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I feel like at this point I can say this. Army's going to hit. Like they're, no pun intended, but they're gymnastics warriors. I mean, you can just see the way they approach the sport. They're going to do routines that they are masters of, and by gosh, they are not going to get ripped off that apparatus.
Oh yeah. That's that grit and that fight. It's like, I'm not coming off this event. I mean, that's what it takes, right?
Yeah.
It's all about fighting. And again, when you're in training, and I know, John, you know this, like when you fight, you get stronger, and that's a way to build strength too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
one of my favorite routines were not necessarily in competition, but where you are just scrapping. And I've seen some guys compete too, and they're like, I don't care how ugly it is, man. I'm just gonna stay on. And you know what? I love it. Yeah, you're not gonna score as high, but so what, man? I think that's just a beautiful thing.
Oh man, big time. I mean, it's about training too. You got to train that way. This is Riley. He's gonna do McCoolick. Wow, that was awesome. With the amplitude on that, really good. And scissor, like it's going into a flop sequence. Well done. Stay with it. Stay with it. Good.
Got a 15-7 start. That's a nice.
Here we go. It's like Russian flop. Oh, there's that strength we're talking about. Like, it's no problem. 1, 2, 5. That's and a Savato. Tongue face. Stay with it. Here we go. Oh,
he's not done. I'm not done yet.
not done yet. Handstand. Yes.
Man.
Wow.
Woo.
Dude, that was awesome.
Ian Gunther, 13.6. Joe minus an 11.8 to start out for Army.
Oh, okay. Man, that was good. So I'll sneak in the story about John at the Olympics in Sydney. You talk about tough. Here you go, guys. I mean, I want to say it was in one touch on a either a woo or a tongue fade. John.
Woo.
It was a woo?
Yep.
Goes across and falls and goes over to our trainer, and his index finger is sideways like this. He doesn't say anything. He just looks away and he just puts his hand out to. Oh man, what was his name? What was his trick?
Rigo.
He just looks away, and Rigo looks at it and he puts it back in place. I think maybe tapes it together, gets back up, and then finishes one touch. And then, I mean, it was just like, seamless. And then he goes and competes and hits his set. So
that was fun.
Yeah, it was the opposite of fun. But you were really tough.
It's funny because every gymnast dislocates a finger at some point. The first time I did this, dislocated my finger, as we're seeing Zachary Mitchell up on Palomar right now. He's going to hit. I mean, you can pretty much set your watch to it. Was when I was 16. And it's funny, maybe I wasn't even 16. And you would have thought somebody cut my arm off. Like, it was like the most traumatic, nice fight on that dismount. One of the most traumatic moments of my young gymnastics career. I didn't even, it was a straddle cut on P-bars. And I'm like, what? My finger is out. And they took me to instead of popping it back in, took me to the doctor. And, it was this big, huge thing. And it's like, you fast forward, and it happens basically at the last meet of my career. And it's funny because, it wasn't fun, but it was just put it back in, let's go. And I don't know there's nobody on my team that would have done it differently is the funny part. And people kind of make the big deal out of it, which I'm flattered, but honestly, you go to the old saying, once you've already given your heart, what's a finger, for gosh sakes? You could have just said, cut it off and let's go. Like that's your mindset when you're at that point. So it's fun and funny to look back on, but honestly, I'm not that tough, to be honest with you.
It was still awesome. Here goes Brandon. He's going to go scissor hand and scissor hand. Whoa, well done. He just flew right up there. Here we go. Wow. Great.
his teammate just put up a 13-3 on a 15-6 start value.
Here's got his E flop, pulls it out. Good. Here we go. Most likely 1080. Yep. I'm sorry, 180. Give him a little bit more.
All right, you can give him more. Yeah, that's fine.
There's the skill that Johnny just get his finger on. Look like he's going. He's just got the dismount to go. Work. Come on. Yes. Man. Awesome.
That was nice. Yeah. Army's hanging with them on the E scores though. Yeah. The D scores not so much, but as far as doing your gymnastics better than the other guy, cleaner, give them some credit. They're doing a great job.
That's awesome. That's a really good point. It's what I was saying. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, and just do it. And the Army is just rocking it. Let's see who we got next coming up.
This Graham Shaw. Graham Shaw, I like to refer to him as Graham Shaw.
Graham Shaw. That is correct. Graham Shaw.
Zachary Mitchell with the 12-4. Joseph minus 11-8.
All right, here we go. Bailey. Good.
Maybe.
Russian flop. Keep it going.
All right, come on, baby.
Here we go. Get through the scissors. Come on now. Check here. With it.
There. My arms are tired just watching.
Here we go. 2 up. Yes.
Nice. 3 for 3.
Another hit.
3.
That is awesome.
Brandon Briones on the other side got a 13-3. So he has 2.2 off on execution. We'll see how Graham holds up. I'll tell you what, Graham, he for sure drinks his milk and hugs his mom every morning because that was a good fight right there. That was solid.
That was very good. Good stuff, man. These guys are.
Stanford, they had a kind of a slow start from what I remember. Didn't they have a meet with? They didn't even have a full roster earlier in the season, and then they kind of got it together. And I know Tom. This is interesting. Tom actually talked to me about coming to train at Flip Fest because they couldn't get on campus. His county was one of those counties that was massively shut down. The 49ers had to move, all this, and he was trying to find a place to go. And I'm like, dude, come to camp. You can have it basically for free. Buy your own food, and they ended up not having to do that. But they had a slow start. But as we go through the routines here, we got to handicap the NCAA championships, Kevin, and talk about. It's gonna be a good one. I feel like.
Good fight. McCulloch to the full up and saved it. It was a good job. And this is awesome. Got a D flop there. There's the 180 Russian flop. Let's see.
Speaking of Olympic team, though, Kevin, this is one of those guys you got to talk to us about. Is he got the goods? I feel like there's 2-3 spots that are kind of wide open.
Yeah, for sure.
But that 15-8 start going to go a long way on horse.
Wow, what a great set. Yeah, 15-8 start.
That's more than a 15-7, which is almost a tenth more than a 15-7.
Almost. You could. Oh, we got $25.
Dude, I'm still waiting for a $100 donation. I'm going to do it no matter what, but I'm waiting for something.
Yeah, likewise. We'll definitely contribute to that. Let's get this thing going.
All right. Graham Shaw an 11-3 on a 13-9 start value. So again, a good on the execution. You stay within 2 points on horse. For some reason, no judge wants to give you less than 2 points in deduction. You apparently have done something pretty good.
This is true. Man, so far we're 100%. I don't want to jinx it. Maybe I just did.
No, we're not going to have a miss today. Nobody's missing.
30 for 30 for both teams, huh?
Yep. Kevin will donate $1,000 if they miss.
Yeah, I'd have to go in there too. If they go 30 for 30, I'll donate my own 500.
Oh,
And I
wow.
have-
They're going 30 for
I
30.
definitely
Look
don't
at
have
these
500.
guys. They're just, I
And
can
what-
feel the fight oozing.
Oh, got it. It was the jinx. There was the jinx. That's okay because FlipFest is still going to donate $1,000. That's what's cool about it. You know, it's like,
Sponsored by FlipFest. I think that'd be a pretty cool sponsorship.
I think so too.
I have an idea though in regards to supporting men's and boys gymnastics that we'll talk about before we're done here.
Wait.
All right, that's fine. I'm not going to come down on Akash real hard on that because he was fighting like a bandit. Like he was not. That wasn't like I'm off, I'm jumping off. Like that's okay. I'm okay. I'm back.
Yeah, and you know what's good too is that he got back up and he finished without another mistake. I think that's super important. You know,
Sure.
you just cut your losses. Okay, so you fall, get up there and finish. No other mistakes. He did a great job with that. So that's really, really important because you never know, right, Johnny?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You gotta fight for every 10th. One of our favorite mottos. You know, Army's ranked 15th in the country, and honestly, watching them compete, I'm surprised it's not higher. I know they don't have the huge difficulty routines right now, but I like how they're approaching this.
He's cool at the mountain. That was well done. J.R. Chow, another Houston athlete out of Cyprus. Here we go. Did I get that right?
We'll go with it.
Okay. Sometimes I get it mixed up. Oh, look at this.
I like what's coming here. I like this. I like this.
Oh,
I always loved flared Magyars. I think Bela Zurchev might have been the one that did those. Oh man, that was
well done.
okay. 5 for 5 for Stanford. Crazy though, they did not break a 14.
Are you serious?
Out of all of those routines, they didn't break a 14 one time.
No way.
That's rough.
That is rough.
That's humiliating is what that is. From a judging perspective.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, I don't know, man. It's so tough. I mean, these guys are such great athletes and they're just going all out. And then it's hard, you know. It's like you get those scores and it's like, wait, what? It's such a great job. So, got to do both. Man. You just got to honor the hard work and respect what they do. And
That's gonna be a season high for Stanford, though.
is it?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm a hell of a mathematician.
You can tell that with that 15-7 to 15-8. That was amazing.
Counted by tenths.
Like,
All right, last guy up. Let's do this. Matthew Martin, come on, baby.
here we go. Another McCulloch. To the pull up. Get the swing going. Set some rhythm. Oh!
Isaac, you must love that. Penn Stater right there, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah, Mark's son, man. Trust
What?
me,
Okay.
Steven talks about it all day long.
Okay,
He absolutely loves that guy. Yeah, big idol for him.
I competed against and with Mark Sohn. That's how old I am.
very old. And which world championships did Mark Sohn compete in? Stay with it. All right, all right.
I know because we were on the team together. We'll just let you know what. This just took up another level. We're gonna do trivia.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What world championships did Mark Sohn compete in? Leave that marinate out there. If you get the answer right, you have to donate $25. I like this. You want to play the game? You got to pay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was amazing back in the day. A Nittany Lion.
Mm-hmm. Isaac, how are the Nittany Lions doing this year? Randy Jepson got that team ready to win a Big Ten championship, or what?
Oh man.
No,
I don't
nothing.
know how to break this to you, but I
No?
think Michigan's taking the Big Ten championships.
All I gotta say to that is 5 up, 5 count, man.
I know, but we haven't seen Michigan score below a 409 this year. So Penn State hasn't even scored above a 403.
404.
You know, we're
The
both
last
Penn
Big
Staters,
Ten
but
championship I was at, and I covered it for the Big Ten Network.
when we won,
When
when I was
won in Iowa?
2019 when
Iowa
we
City.
won. Are you talking about? We talking about when we won? Hold on. Where's my ring? Kenny, do you know where my?
2 years ago? That was
way
2
too
years
far.
ago, right?
Yeah, it's 2 years ago.
That was a hell of a meet, man. That was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it was. So Big Ten Network doesn't have the greatest live scoring stats, so I was crunching numbers up there, and I'm basically yelling, "Go to Penn State! We're over there!" It was amazing. That was solid. Congratulations on that one.
Thanks, man. One of the most exciting days of my life for sure.
Yeah, we got something in common. We both won a Big Ten championship in Iowa City. I like that.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I was the last guy up too.
There it is again.
Big
Always
time.
win in Iowa. Always win in Iowa.
So the 6-man up, correct?
Yeah, Matthew Zott.
Yeah.
Carroll Stream, Illinois.
Exhibition set. Oh, good job.
Man, when you're 6 guys crushing gymnastics like that, Stanford's going to put themselves in the hunt for the national title, right? I mean, that's
Absolutely.
Michigan, Oklahoma, Stanford. Is that what people think? Is that where you're at?
Pretty
Top
much
three?
top 3 right now. I mean, if you look at anybody else, I don't feel like anybody else is really there that can challenge them. They're just so far ahead of everybody else. I mean, you look at Stanford, just all around amazing athletes. You see all the guys flexing in the cams right now. This is one of the cool things about being able to do this. You know, having just a couple of cameras in the gym. It gets really personal. You know, you get to see these guys come out and do some really cool stuff. But let's throw it over into our little stick fund here for Stanford. We have $25 currently for Stanford, but we actually got a donation via Venmo from Judy Malone. And she says, thanks for covering gymnastics. Help support the greatest sport for young men. So she actually donated $100.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
So-
Come on, Johnny.
We got our first 100. Unfortunately, it's not going to update in the GoFundMe because she sent it to the Venmo. But so no, Stanford. We'll keep track of it. Is at $125. So that actually will be an extra stick for Stanford. So I'm going to add that to the counter right now. There you go. You can see once we kick it back over
Who is that from?
Judy Malone. That's Brodie Malone's mother.
Why doesn't his bio say Judy? It says John and Tracy.
Oh, well, I thought it was. Maybe it's his sister.
Could be sister.
Oh, wait, let me see. No, that's... Judy's too old of a name to give to your sisters. No offense to all the Judys out there, but that's not like
I know a
20-year-old
Judy.
name. I'm
Throwing
sorry.
the shade. But yeah,
Maybe it's an aunt. Could be an aunt.
Could be.
Another relative. Maybe it's not even related.
just had the
same
last name and thought it'd be cool. I mean, there's another guy with my last name, but he plays guitar for Metallica, so...
I mean, I used to quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, too, so...
Oh, I know that. I've seen you out on the field.
Got that going for me, which is nice. On my deathbed, I'll receive total consciousness, too, so I got that going for me, which is...
Makes sense.
Johnny, you have so much going for you. It's amazing.
Well, I had to throw a Caddyshack reference in there. So where are we at? We're 2 in.
That is.
Stanford's got a comfortable lead, and I don't think the outcome of the meet is really in jeopardy. But I think 2 events in, you got to be impressed with both teams, right?
We've
Absolutely.
only had 1 missed routine out of all those sets. It's pretty amazing. Means they're well prepared. Good to go.
Go off to the swinging rings, still rings. Trevor Girolamo. Did I say that right? That is. Let me pull this up.
That's
You
probably the
can
best pronunciation we've ever heard of his name. When we try to get it out there, we usually just say John.
The Girolamo.
Trevor D.
He is a ring specialist from Virginia, from the Gym Apollo.
Yeah, but he's
Nice.
a beast, man.
Americans.
He's a beast.
Coaches at Gym Apollo.
That's Jason Furr.
Jason
Yeah.
Furr.
Talk about one of the most talented gymnasts to ever breathe air.
Yep. Was,
Unbelievable.
whoa, setting the table. Look at that.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to make the Stanford ring lineup unless you have a perfect Maltese. I was just talking to Syke about it the other day, assistant coach over at Stanford, and the only thing that he could tell me was, look, I'm not having these guys do it unless you're doing it perfectly. Like, they have such a mentality over there, perfection. They have a mentality of the best gymnasts are going to make the lineup every single time. I mean, it's a fight. They just set their lineups yesterday. And
Yeah.
this is the first guy in the lineup, and look how big this is. This is like an anchor set for a Big Ten school.
Yep.
It
Well, I mean,
actually
that's
is.
what
It's like
when you have
parkour
deep
quickness.
lineups like that. That pushes excellence. You know, got to work that much harder just to make the lineup. It's great.
Look at this dismount.
Whoa!
Oh, come on now. Don't be
I
kicking out of
jinxed
that
it.
double. Where did you think you were? Come on. He had that. I'm mad. Sorry.
That was insane. It was so high, so clean.
It was. He
Knees
opened up
locked.
like he was, you know,
Like he's Alec Yoder, man, opening it up all the way horizontal on the second flip.
he wanted to stick that so bad. Apparently, Judy is Brodie's granny. That's
Oh.
awesome.
Wait.
Love
Well.
it. Thanks, Grandma Malone.
Yes,
Oh, thanks, Judy.
opening up
Well-
like on Roethlisberger back in the day.
I didn't, mine was never that good. I'm not gonna lie. I found a way to get to my feet usually, which I guess kind of matters.
Well, it looks like we got another donation coming in for Stanford. Another $100 from Michelle Wilson. So, like we said, that's going to be another stick out for Stanford. Stanford's running away with it, and they're not even sticking dismounts yet, guys.
Yeah, where's all the Army fans at? You guys got to get in the stick fund if you guys want to see your team win. Stick for stakes, guys.
Who was that last one from?
Michelle Wilson.
Oh, Blake's mom. It's gotta be Blake's mom.
Oh, stay with it.
Come on, baby.
Fight for that handstand.
There's some Yamawakis. You gotta love the Yamawakis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Army does those so well.
Patrick Armstrong. If you got a name like Armstrong, I feel like you better be good on this event. Oh, I love it, Blake!
That's a stick.
Oh,
Army's catching up. Army's catching up.
an extra bonus on that?
What does that mean?
I wish.
Now?
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't. This
Fourth
is how
grade.
genius I am. I didn't realize until just literally the last 3 seconds that that's the stick total at the top, 4-3.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Johnny,
Yeah, I was
don't feel
wondering
bad,
when
man.
you said that you were keeping track on a notepad. I was like, well, we got it on the screen, John.
Hey, you know what? Don't yell at me. Leave me alone.
That's his technological acumen coming at you.
All right, Trevor gets a 12-5. Judges keeping pace with. Well, he had that big fall in the dismount, so we got Riley loose.
I would say Riley is our favorite man to watch on the rings for Stanford.
Really?
His set is just massive. He's got just about every single strength skill in here, and you're going to see some really good flange work. But something else that he does that not a lot of other guys do is he does a straight press at the end of the routine. So he was so strong that he was like, you know what, I'm not going to count a B press. I'm going to do the hardest C in the entire code and put it at the end.
True. It's funny. So a little tidbit about myself that you didn't know is I thought the straight was the coolest thing in gymnastics when I was a young teenager. And Li Ning used to do it amazing, Dmitry Belozerchev, and I wanted to do a straight as much or more than any skill in gymnastics. And I got just strong enough to hold a 2-second straddle plunge in the compulsory floor routine, and that's it. That was all I got. Wow, did you see that?
And Maltese press plan. You did that.
I call it the elevator sequence. He goes up and then he goes back down.
This is like Kip Simon's Blaine Wilson style right there.
That was good. Level Maltese. Setting the table. Pushed right up. No problem.
Yeah, there's that straight punch I was talking about.
I just wanted to do that so bad. Why? Can I just give me that?
You got to have the right genes. And there's that straight I was talking about. Makes it look so easy.
It's so cool.
That was awesome. Towards the end of the set too, like you were saying, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Double. Don't blow it.
Here we go. Another stick, please. Come on. Up.
Come on, Riley.
Boom!
Oh.
Stick flags going up.
And he kicked out too. He kicked out to a layout position. Can we get a replay on that? That was insanity. And he did the telemark landing though. Did you notice he had a little telemark action going?
Yeah, a little bit.
Man. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do instant replays quite yet, but I am working on it. It's I got another computer here that we're working on doing that. So I promise, probably by the next couple of months, we'll make sure we have replays. It'll be pretty neat.
I'm signing into chat. I chat on this thing. How does this work?
On
gonna pop out the chat. How do you pop? I'm popping out the chat.
If
On the YouTube?
if you're already signed in on YouTube, you should be able to chat.
Why do I have to create a channel to join the chat? I don't want to do that. I don't want to create a channel.
You should be able to join with your.
I just want to chat. It's telling me I gotta create a channel.
Gmail,
Why do I
yeah.
gotta create a channel?
If you have a Gmail, you automatically have a YouTube account.
Oh, okay. Well, I have one. Stop it. No, it's not letting me.
This is Declan, right?
I want to just say something.
It looks like we got another donation in on the Venmo. Steve Zott gave us $50 for Stanford Gymnastics. So
Oh yeah.
that's
You
gonna be
got
another
it.
50 for Stanford there. Remember, guys, the best way to donate for the stick fund is actually in the link in the description for the GoFundMe, but the Venmo works just as well. We'll make sure that the money gets over there.
Yeah, the problem with the Venmo is just not visibly tracked, but still goes to the same place.
Man, nice backup price cross there, keeping it pretty level. We've seen a lot of the Army guys come out and do some really good strength on rings, but the thing that I really like about Army is that they're really consistent when it comes to handstands. They do very, very clean handstands. A lot of the academy schools seem to differ from that, but for some reason they've kind of got it figured out over at Army. Got to stick B dismounts, guys.
If you're gonna do a double back, you gotta stick it, and if you're not gonna stick it for the stick fun, man.
Stanford get to 5 sticks, by the way, because Riley Luce didn't stick his landing. Are you guys adding stuck dismounts?
Yes.
Are you guys?
Yes, we
That
are.
was not a stuck landing.
Yeah, I'm on the Verdius site. It looks like they did not count Riley's as a stick.
Oh, they didn't?
So we're
Oh, I
gonna-
gave it a 6.
Oh.
All right, well, I guess we got to retract one, unfortunately. Sorry,
Guys,
Stanford.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, that was Army's chance to catch up with Declan, especially doing a B dismount. He was really gonna need to stick that. He wanted to come ahead in the stick game, but
Yeah,
sadly he did not, and it doesn't look like any of his alumni and family are really helping out to win the stick fund yet.
yet.
It's early. It's only the 3rd rotation.
Third rotation. We're almost halfway there.
They got time. They got time.
Who's up?
Brandon Briones. Let's get a little Brandon Briones action on rings. Is he the next one?
Yep, he's going to be the next guy up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really
See if
excited
meets
about this.
Brandon doesn't have the biggest strength in the world, but he does do all of his stuff extremely clean. All of the swing work that he does is pretty much flawless. The giants that he does are
Finishes with the triple
flawless.
back.
Yeah, and a massive dismount. This is actually going to be one of the first times we've seen Brandon Briones this year compete rings. Remember, Stanford got a pretty late start to their season. They had a lot of guys staying up in a quarantine, and they weren't able to actually get into the gym till, I believe, February. So
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This cat right here, CGA Rookie of the Year 2020. Oh, that's solid.
So crisp.
Hey, can you guys talk to the cameraman? Do you have a way to communicate with the cameraman by chance? Can he get closer to the rings? I feel like we're in the other room.
Super level.
we might be able to do it.
I'll give him a call. See what we can do.
And another solid backup rise, legs together plans. No problem.
Yeah, Stanford. Almost every guy on the Stanford lineup has that, like, no problem. Most other teams, they still struggle on even just the straddle plans, right? You see that leg drop. It's like the most consistent deduction, kind of like I've seen in the NCAA on rings.
I think they do like bicep tendon reattachment surgery at Stanford or something to create that Maltese strength. I'm pretty sure that this is a secret plan that no one knows about.
They make them super soldiers by putting them under the knife, huh?
Exactly.
Another double-double for Stanford.
Oh,
God, they give away double-doubles in Stanford like it's,
yeah. I mean, not only they got great start values, but you look at those Malteses, and let's say they saved 2/10, per Maltese. I mean, that's over a point, maybe against another team that's incurring those deductions. So, man, all that hard work's definitely going to pay off. And backing up to contenders, absolutely, Stanford's contender for a title this year. They got such deep lineup on all their events, so it's going to be exciting for sure. And it's going to be more exciting today if we get more money going. So
For sure. I'm going to get my credit card after this rotation.
It's pretty close. Maybe, you know, I'm thinking that Army might be playing this strategy of, hey, maybe we'll just let our guys come out and let their sticks actually carry them, and then we'll just steal half of Stanford's money.
I like that. I like that.
I like it. I think they should get 2 sticks for a vault, though.
2 sticks for a vault.
It's so hard to stick vault, you know?
Make it a little bit more challenging.
All right, so it looks like they actually are going to move the camera forward on.
Oh, good.
Or thinking about moving it forward.
They could do that on Armies, too. I know we're almost done with this rotation, but this is a pretty clean routine, also.
It is. Very clean. There's those handstands that.
And he's going to stick. Watch this. Oh, Yamawaki.
This is Mitch Monahan, and he is known for sticking his rings dismount.
Okay.
I knew that.
Gonna tie it up right here. Solid. Here we go. Solid handstand.
It is. Look at that. Clear the straps.
And
Another one.
Boom!
Keep it at
All
easy,
right.
bud. Keep it at easy.
come on, Army. We need some donations there. That was awesome.
Man. Cannon, I think Army might run away with it, bud.
Well, you gotta remember that Stanford has a really insane vault lineup, and they actually can go out there and stick every single vault
That's true.
in their lineup. And if you talk to Akash and Ian Gunther, they stick it pretty consistently at practice as well. So
That is true. That is true. All right, we'll just keep it 1 for 1.
Keep it 1 to 1.
1 for the
Briones 13.65 on a 15.5 start value. You know, I guess not bad.
Wow. That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. And you know, ultimately, you just got to get to championship day, and all the judges, same judges, every team, they're all getting either brutalized or not, and you just let the chips fall where they may. Brodie up.
Wow. Talk about the coffee table. There it is. Man, that is level.
Was it like a year ago that at Winter Cup, Brodie got left off the national team?
yeah, he did.
That was kind of controversial, wasn't it? Because I thought that was kind of controversial. Am I the only one that thought that was controversial?
The fact that I don't remember it, I don't know how controversial it was. I'm pretty big into the gymnastics politics, but Brodie definitely deserves his spot currently.
Oh yeah, he is.
Well, then he went to, but he still competed at. I can't remember all the details. Maybe somebody watching can refresh my memory. I feel like he went to Pan Am Games still.
Went to Pan Am's. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Here we go. See if
Come
they
on.
can increase the tally.
A double.
Oh my gosh. Stick train.
Brodie makes it look so easy, guys.
I am telling you, man.
That
was-
dismount
sorry.
is not easy to stick. Like, first of all, that dismount's almost impossible to do, let alone to do that big of a set, do it that clean, and then put that dismount down, kick it out early, see the ground, and stick it. It's just
That's Sam McCulloch like. That's very Sam McCulloch. Sam sticks a double-double better than any human being I've ever seen, and that was right up there. Right there.
I mean,
Beautiful work.
You're absolutely right about Brodie. I mean, knees together the whole time, all the way through the landing. That was awesome. Got a little clearance before he landed too. Got the prep for landing, or no deduction in my opinion. It was pretty good.
That dismount was absolutely massive. You've seen so many double-doubles come out of Stanford be so proficient. Starting with Trevor's. Trevor's was really tucked and opened out. He took a fall on it, but he usually doesn't.
Yeah.
Riley's was almost laid out. Brandon's was the same, and now you just seen Brodie go out there and stick his clean.
It's awesome to see, man.
I gotta give a shout out to Angel Fisher because she brought up the old straddle flange that I referenced, compulsory, the coffee grinder. Remember the coffee grinder, Kevin? The single leg little loop right to the flange.
Absolutely.
It was a deep breath act of God. I'm like, I got this. 2 seconds, I got this. And coffee grinder, flange.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
it was a beautiful thing.
I did love compulsories though. Compulsories were my jam. You know why? Because you didn't have to be super talented or have like these incredible like athletic gifts to do compulsories, but you could outgrind the next guy. That was the ultimate, like just outgrind the next guy and you can get ahead. And that's not really always the case nowadays with this huge talent requirement to do this sport. But man, compulsories, I'm like, I could just stay here all day and do compulsories.
Yeah, until they put something in there like that ring dismount back in the day. Did you do those really? No, you're
That was 88, the little straddle thing.
oh my
That
god,
was hideous. What were they thinking with that?
crazy stuff they put in there.
14-1 for Brodie Malone. 14-1 actually. That's solid. Matthew Martin, number 4.
Break into the 14s. Here we go.
I think we just saw the dodo bird or a unicorn or something. 14.
Kippel, well done.
Highly underrated skill, by the way, Kippel.
Absolutely.
I hated the Kippel. Hated it.
Look at the handstand work from Army. I mean, every single guy in their lineup has been extremely consistent on their handstands. Not doing the hardest strength moves, but staying extremely clean on the rings.
That's exactly right. Again, you save those tenths. It's like, you turn a C into a D when you save those executions.
Oh, definitely.
Shouldn't Stanford be at 5'6", by the way? Because didn't Brodie just stick a landing to go to 5?
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh, and there's 5.
Well,
I don't know if Brodie.
Yeah, you guys made fun of me for keeping little check marks on my paper, and yet you guys can't even keep track of the stuck landings. What?
I mean, they're happening back to back to back. I mean, it's hard to keep track of them.
Yeah, we actually we didn't think that.
I'm getting the.
Got it. Looks like
How
they're
about-
tied up.
How about some gleamy stories?
Oh yeah, let's get good now.
I'll save one for vault. I got a great one about vault.
Okay.
So,
Ian Gunther? Ian Gunther, last man up for Stanford, unless they're gonna. Is Matt Zott gonna be exhibition?
I believe so. Yes. So Ian's got a 5'6" start. Let's see what he's got.
The highest start value of the Stanford lineup.
Yep. Gotten so strong. Backup prize Maltese. Look at that.
All-American on this event, no less.
Get Maltese. Lid.
Ooh, that was a little warbly.
Little short. Another. Man, they do backup prize legs together. Come on. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, that was the laid out whippet swing to straddle planche. Did I see that correctly?
I love it. That was very creative. There's Gleamy coming at you. He'll put in those type of things that stand out, make an athlete stand out just a little bit more than the other guy. Solid handstands again. Here we go.
What's this dismount going to be? Because I'm reading the sheet right here. It says a half or a full twist.
Oh, it's a layout pull out, I believe. Here we go.
Yep.
Going through and oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Another one?
Yep.
He's a
That was
Does
good.
Stanford
Teams
just
kind of
really
likes it.
sit? No, it's Trevor.
Awesome.
Hey, Kevin, why am I reading? See, this is a Galemiism for sure.
just got
Double
word that
salto backwards stretch with a half twist or a full twist.
Oh, I just think that's part of the program actually, because they're both valued.
Oh, it just drops to whatever's in that box. He wasn't going to do a half. It was just whatever's in the code box.
And if you do a double layout with a half, that should be an E.
That should be a G. You're insane.
Like what?
That would be the Biles. That would be the Biles off rings, right?
Yeah. And that would be crazy. Like
That
what?
would be utter lunacy.
But I mean, Ian's layout pull out was like technically perfect. No hip break
Yeah.
at all.
No, it was. It was like a.
And he came all the way around on the rings and then just.
Yeah.
I would say Jordan Yatchev back in the day.
Oh yeah, Jordan was good.
And
He did HGA, didn't he, for a little minute?
he did. Prior to the 04 games.
Yeah, he came to camp a couple times too. He was so fun. He's awesome. He loved to fish.
He's amazing. and that lead up to Athens, he was doing 6 full routines a day. I'm not kidding. I don't advocate that.
Wow, that's utter craziness.
Especially if you
If you're 78 years old.
your labrum and rotator cuff, but
Good fight.
yep. Here we go.
Kieran Reagan, anchor for Army.
Here we go.
Come on, keep pace.
Oh, there you go.
Smooth.
I'm walking.
Little
Oh,
bit of swing there. Better time this dismount right.
yep.
Get those shoulders open.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, 1.5. That's a tough stick though, man. That's a tough one to stick.
Yep. Little blind landing there, but well done.
Yeah.
Handled the swing he picked up.
So Army just one miss in the first 3 rotations. Stanford, same thing, 1 miss. Somebody run the percentages for me on that. I'm just kidding. That's pretty high. Let's just say pretty high hit percentage.
That's a high hit percentage.
Yeah, it's definitely higher than 10, lower than 100, but it's in there somewhere.
We'll go 90 something for sure.
Okay. 14 out of 15. Well, we got to get. Well, Matt Zott's the 6th guy up, so he counts, but no, it counts. We're going all the routines, the stick percentage or the hit percentage. Can he get a stick bonus on this? Because he's a 6th guy up, or does he not count for the stick total?
No, we're not counting his stick as for the stick total. 5 up, 5 count.
If he sticks a landing and nobody's there to count it, does it really happen?
Yeah.
Just
we
trying
are
to keep it
here
fair
right now.
because Army doesn't have a 6 guy up on a lot of their stuff today.
Wouldn't be fair, would it? That'd be cheating.
All right, here we go.
I want to see what Matt's at. He got a 14.8 start value. I want to see how close he can get to that 14.8. I want to see him get a 14, actually.
He needs
Matt
the
Zott
Stanford.
is
Are you
extremely
joking right now? That might be the best Maltese in the whole
I
meeting.
was going to say, man.
What the?
The Stanford standard, he needs it, no problem.
Those legs up. I mean, that's pretty dang good.
Really good, man. So, like Maltese factory there at Stanford, dude. Pike tuck, Yamawaki, back upright, flying.
He held it a little wobbly, but he held it.
Matt,
give it 2
Matt
seconds.
Zott was competing on rings earlier this season. He's extremely good. Back upright mult, kip mult. Everything he does is super clean, and he has a really nice dismount coming up.
Here we go.
I mean, it just shows the depth of Stanford's lineup.
Yeah, big time. Dying through, and
Oh, stick it. I
No.
thought you say it. I'll be curious. Maybe some of you smart guys can figure out if he's got the best E score. I feel like that one's going to be pretty darn good.
what did you say, John?
Eight.
Four?
We forgot to mention that this is Stanford's senior night.
Oh, that's right.
So definitely want to shout out Andrew Bittner, who I just got word is actually behind the camera. That's working some of the camera angles. He went down with an ACL tear this year, sadly. Really sad way to end his senior year, but we are going to be honoring Andrew Bittner, Trevor DiGalleramo, and Blake's son today. Those are the Stanford seniors.
Yeah, we're going to see Blake's son over on the P-bars today. I believe he's ranked currently #1 on the parallel bars. That guy can do everything under the sun on the parallel bars. So clean, so beautiful. So we're actually going to throw it over into our next rotation. Looks like Stanford broke a 70 on the floor, a 67.25 on the pommel horse, a 67.65 on the rings. A little bit lower of a score for Stanford on rings compared to some of their earlier bouts. Stanford, nonetheless, a extremely good score for Stanford, or for any team on the rings. But just showing you the magnitude that Stanford really has. Oh, it looks like we got another update on the score there, 68.25. So that's even higher. That's a really, really, really good score. The only teams that we've seen break 68 this year are Michigan, Stanford, and OU. But the thing about it is, Stanford had a fall, and they're still at a 68. So they're one of those teams that are really pushing to break a 70 this year on the rings. Their pommel horse is really good as well. But let's talk about Army a little bit. Army
At the same
61.1.
time,
59.
happens every time when we're around.
Excuse me. 61.1 on the rings. And regardless, guys, it's a pretty good day for Army, and it's a really good day for Stanford. Both teams have been pretty consistent today, putting down some really good scores, but also staying on all of the events. You know, Pommel Horse, a lot of times we see a lot of falls from either team, but today we really didn't see that. It's been pretty consistent across the board, and it looks like Army's really getting ready for that ECAC championship that's going to be coming up here in the next couple of days. Looks like we're going to talk about some prize pot stuff here. Guys, make sure that you guys go and check out the prize pots. Looks like they're getting bigger, but it looks like our first vault is going to be up already. It's going to be Kern Phillips for Stanford.
Those two Stanford scores on floor and horse, they're season highs for them, which is also pretty impressive. And keep in mind, Army's without their best guy, Matt Davis, and they're still putting up decent numbers.
Ooh.
No.
Man, fortune disaster.
He almost went for the stick. That was the
awesome.
first time I've ever seen him struggle on that vault.
That was crazy good, man. The vertical block on that was insane. He was way up there.
His block, a lot of people have said it reminds him of Sean Centers. Of his Yurchenko block. You know, really high, really powerful. And like I said, that was the first time I've ever seen him struggle on that vault, even in the slightest. Normally it's either a stick or it's a small 110 top every single time. So that was a very uncharacteristic from Kern Phillips.
Yeah, I think Stanford has the highest vault score this year. I believe they broke it.
73.65 to be exact.
That's insane, guys, to put that into perspective. A 73, regardless, that means like every single guy on the event scoring above a 14.5. Think about that. Most teams don't even start that high, let alone score that high. So Stanford's doing something right over on the vault.
Getting on the chat, someone said I have a vault story that they're reminding me to tell. But going back to
Oh, come on, baby.
good save.
Yeah, big save.
Awesome. Get it to your feet. I think Centers back in the day did Yurchenko triple full, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I don't know, but that would be legit.
I'm like 99% sure because he'd been training it, and then he used that hands out wide arm technique. He was awesome.
Kern Phillips a 13.65 to lead off for Stanford. He's going to be a little disappointed with that one.
All right, who's up next on vault?
Brandon Wen. Come on, let's see some stuck landings on
Another
vault.
cause 1.5. Here we go. And
Man, it was huge. He's in another time zone when he landed that thing.
that was awesome.
How far away is? Remember when they had the lines on the vault mat?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Bonus. That was great. I love to land and look at how far away I was from getting the distance bonus. It was pretty depressing.
All right, Johnny, are you old enough to remember the line in the middle of the old school horse where you had near end and far end vault?
Oh, I don't think I ever had to deal with it, but I kind of remember it. Yeah, that's silly. How funny is that, though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's how much sports changed, and especially the vaulting surface. Thank goodness. You know, this is so much better.
Oh yeah, didn't you compete back in the day, Kevin, when they actually had the horse head on the vault? Remember that? I think you were like 1918, 1922.
Yes, that's true. I actually did. Yeah. But true story, I actually competed rope climb.
You did not.
I did. Oh, stays with it. Good job. Couple of good fight for landings there out of Army. That's good.
How'd you do in the rope climb, Kevin?
I did well, John.
You have to ring a bell? Like, did you win a medal? How? Like,
Yeah, I got to hear about that. I've never heard anyone that has competed a rope climb.
Yeah, usually it's people that are, in history books, but Kevin hasn't.
Live in the flesh.
Did you do no legs where you got to lift the feet up off the ground first? You can't
No, I was a little guy. They let you. I just remember just getting so amped to climb that it was like just crazy. You know, you'd
That's cool.
start on the ground and you just climb up. And all I remember is that I wore gymnastic shoes, and as I was climbing up, my shoe fell off and hit the judge in the head, and I was like, oops.
The judge to judge rope climb? Isn't it just a timer?
Timer, yes, timer, judge, whatever.
Here goes Briones.
Here we go.
Another 2.5. Still waiting for our first stuck ball.
Here we go. Good.
Oh my!
Threw it away.
gosh.
Threw it away,
Right,
man.
he's about to land. That was
Second guy to
nice.
do that.
I know, that was cool. All right, so the Gleamy story, you ready for
Yeah,
it?
let's bring it on. You bring some Galimi on.
So it goes back in the day. Gosh, and I wonder if I get the year right. So Tom was working with me at the Gym's factory, and the JO Nationals was in Austin, and Gil Elsas was meet director, and he's like, "Hey, we want to do like a comedy show during the opening ceremonies of JO Nationals." So Tom,
Because impromptu comedy shows in gymnastics are always such a great idea, as we see Graham Shaw. Go ahead.
here we go.
Oh,
Fight. All right, that's a good fight. So yeah, this was not impromptu. This was
Okay.
all so Tom comes out as the janitor, and he's sweeping the floor, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "What?" So he does. Tom was amazing on floor and ball, and I actually challenge anybody to do this. So he does this crazy floor set. It was awesome. Then he goes to vault, and I kid you not, he does this complete round the outside tabletop, and I want to say, like he hits the table like this and pushes off the side, and he rolls and does like 2.5, maybe 3 twists, and nails it. I mean, like it was like. I mean, it was supposed to be a comedy show, and it was very, very comical, but at the same time, it was like amazing. It was like totally around the side and roll. I know some of those on chat and that remember it. It was remarkable. Here we go.
Little hop from Brodie Malone. Another great routine, though. I think I heard that story, Kevin, back in the day. Maybe from you, probably, or Tom.
It was so awesome, man.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, it was literally at like this angle coming off the horse like this, and he just rolled, and it was like he spin it around, and then he lands.
So awesome. Jacob Newman, the next vaulter to go for Army. They had that unfortunate fall from Graham Shaw, 12.15 for him. Looks like they got kind of a soft landing. Looks like they matted their pits. Not every gym has got a situation where you can have a hard and soft landing on vault. So making the most of it here for Army.
Yep. Here we go. And
Going for the 2.5. Not happening.
good, man. Good to see him going for it for sure.
Yeah, normally he just competes a double full, but 2.5 today. That was really impressive. At least he's upgrading.
Yeah, that's good. Getting ready for the ECAC championship. So it's good. Got to compete it, right?
Got
See how
it.
you-
Yeah, baby.
So I would say that all the Stanford balls are certainly the antithesis of that angle. They all go straight over the top and block vertically, and it gives them that opportunity to land and stick. You can see how well they do it. As they get that quick block straight up, and then they're coming straight down on just like your 9-iron, right? Right
Yeah.
down. Just
Yep. I like that.
got that big arc coming down.
So Zach Martin next up, another 2.5, Kazumatsu version this time. Then we got Riley Loose in the 6th spot. He's got a big vault to do.
Here we go.
Oh,
Zach.
They're all so close to sticking.
I know.
I know. They're all going for it for sure.
You just want to throw a table. Like, what?
That's why they're all above a 14.5. Oh, man. Yeah, Riley Luce, he's going to be the 6th man up for Stanford, but we do have one more vault up for Army. This is Miguel. Miguel's kind of known for being a power tumbler on the floor, and it transitions pretty well into his vaults. We've seen him do a couple of vaults. Sometimes he makes it, sometimes he don't. Sometimes it's just a toss-up. I'm hoping that he can put it down today, but it is a joy to see him when he does make it. So,
Come on.
big double front from him. But we're gonna see what he's bringing.
Oh, hit for double front? All right. Sweet.
Sorry about me, Nikolai.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Hits it.
Yeah, look at that pop off.
That was
I heard him.
That was massive.
Yell from here.
Fired up, man. That's awesome. Hey, man, anytime you stand up at double front, it's a good time. That
Yeah,
is
we
not an
saw
easy
him
ball.
put that down. Actually, he butt bounced that last week. So it's good to see him come back out and do a good job there.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's a technical term, right?
Yeah, it is. It's actually in the code of points.
That was a good comeback this week. Wow.
to the chat. Evan. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm not doing gymnastics currently. Don't know what the future holds right now. Gymnastics isn't in my plans, but I've been doing well, man. Glad to see that you're in the stream.
All right, here we go with Riley Luce, one of the biggest vaults. We saw him actually win Winter Cup this year on the vault. You're going to see why. Massive.
Oh! There was no way.
Did you
I
do
just-
a 1.5?
No, that wasn't a 2.5. There's no way.
Yeah, that was his 1.5. Normally he adds an entire other twist to that. Starts at like a 15.
15 cents.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really big ball, but it looks like they're just letting him rest out today. Actually, I don't think he won Winter Cup. I believe he won vault first day. Riley didn't stay for the second day of Winter Cup, if I remember correctly. I believe Eddie Petev won vault on the second day.
Yes, he did.
What?
Another Stanford great.
Yeah.
All right, so we go parallel bars, baby. Let's get this going.
Hey, John, where's your gleamy story, man?
Geez, which ones can I tell?
Yeah, which way? We'll give you a minute to think about it.
Yeah, let me filter those real quick.
All right.
No,
Well,
Tom was always fun, man. We just fun coach, fun to be in the gym with. You know, always had the Minnesota Daily Crossword Puzzle at our disposal because you know coaching elite gymnastics it's a pretty lonely existence. You know, you got a couple guys in the gym and those long hours. But I always liked to give Tom. Tom was one of my favorite people to give a hard time to. I've got a very affectionate nickname for Tom. We were deciding whether I should be allowed to say it on air, but I'm going to say it anyways. I like to call him Butterbean. It seemed to fit. He finds it. I think he thinks it's funny. At least whenever I run into somebody that knows Tom, I always tell them to call him that the next time they see him, and he always lets me know that it happened. But he's just he's just a character, man. He's always making me laugh, or at least trying. He's not always successful, but.
so it looks like we got another donation in from Mike Phillips. The total is not updating, but we are currently at $225, so that will actually be another stick for Stanford here.
$275 actually.
Oh, that's right.
Because we had
There's Blake's brother, Benjamin.
$375. We had the $100 in the Venmo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No.
The $100 in the Venmo, the 200 right there, and the 25, and another 50 through the Venmo.
All right. Well, it
Mike-
looks like Stanford's just
Mike
pulling ahead
Phillips, Vern's dad. Nice job.
single-handedly on the sticks here, just from donations.
Yeah, so it's very important to mention, guys. This money is going to your team. Whatever team will win this, the stick for stake game, will get their pot and half of the loser's pot, all donated to their team. So it's really important just to raise this money. If not, to support your gymnastics, just to support, if not to support your school, to support NCAA gymnastics as a whole. This money just goes to helping one program stay alive, which helps other programs stay alive as well.
But it looks like Stanford's getting ready for parallel bars here. You're going to see some really interesting parallel bars work from Stanford today. They do a couple of unconventional skills. They're currently a couple of guys on the team mount with a skill that's not named. Actually, it's a skill that Psych Caesar had actually found on like a back page website on the USAG forums. He was telling me about it. Basically, what it is, it's a free hip on the side of the bar, and then they do a Healy down. I believe it is an F value skill, and it is just one of the most beautiful pieces of gymnastics that you're going to see today. And I believe Ian Gunther here, our first guy up, he does do it as well. So
Awesome. Yeah, I like the innovation. Well, it hangs with it.
So it doesn't look like he's going to do the Healy in there, but he just does the free hip up.
Oh, look at that whip it.
That was pretty, huh?
You could tell the way he sat into it.
This kid's on another level. Stanford's parallel bars are... You can really start to see Stanford's talent once you start getting able to watch their parallel bars. Because it doesn't matter how hard you train. I'm sorry, but some of these things, unless you have the raw skill and raw talent and the right people around you at the right time, you're just not going to look like some of these Stanford guys on parallel bars.
You saw him have to move back because he was going to do his tapel on the leather. I mean, on the uprights.
On the upright. That was a good call. Got the and...
Oh my gosh.
Let's replay that. Let's bring that back. Hold on. Rewind that. He pointed it. Yeah. I think he pointed right at me. I'm pretty sure he pointed at me.
Roethlisberger.
Maybe the greatest piece of gymnastics done today was that parallel bar dismount. What is that called, Kevin?
That's called the Roethlisberger.
Man. Ian, you are the... Who is that kid? He is a special human being.
It was well done, too.
First of all, it was a heck of a lot better than I used to do.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that we used to grimace a little bit as you did it, Johnny, but, you know.
Hey, I always land on my feet.
You always land on your feet. I was just going to say that.
I mean, if they judged execution back then the way they do now, I would have lost 16 points.
Let's see, he's got a minus E score on the dismount.
That would be so cool, man. I tried to learn the Roethlisberger, but it never really worked out for me.
Nice little pike there. Just a small hop forward, but John, I have some news for you. I actually used to compete a Roethlisberger as well.
Oh.
So
awesome.
It's kind of a dream to be able to cast with you. And actually, my coach Ron Howard, remember I used to do it, and he'd be like, "You need to go watch a video." I'd be like, "What do you mean?" He'd be like, "You need to go watch John Roethlisberger do the Roethlisberger if you want to be able to do it."
My gosh, it's such a man in the blender. Yeah, funny story about the Roethlisberger, so I'll tell you how it came to be. I stole it from someone else. True story. The gymnast's name was Emilio Marrero. I don't know if you remember him, Kevin. I think he went to Illinois for a minute.
I was just going to say.
Super talented gymnast. My dad recruited him heavily to come to Minnesota, and I remember my dad was devastated when he didn't come because he was he was legit. My dad really liked him. He went to Illinois, I believe, but I don't think he stayed there that long. I don't know if he quit, but he was at Minnesota, and I remember, I don't know if he was telling me about it or he showed it to me. I'm like, that's cool. And I sucked at back flipping dismounts off P-bars, kind of like high bar. And so I'm like, I'm going to try to do this. Well, lo and behold, I ended up doing it, competing it for my whole career, basically. And it was never named after anybody. And I don't know if Emilio ever did it. I mean, he never did it internationally. And so I'm like, well, if no one else is going to get it, that was cool, by the way.
Yeah. So that was what I was talking about earlier. That skill is actually an F. It's similar to a Peters where they do two parts in that. It's something that Psych Caesar found on USAG forums, just going
That's
through
cool.
and checking out some things. You see a lot of guys at Stanford do it. It's a
Man,
very
that's
big
great.
start.
And he's got some good Heelys, man. Good extension.
That's-
A good save earlier.
Oh, that was massive.
Anyway, so that's how I stole the Roethlisberger and got it named after myself. So now you guys can think less of me.
Yeah, that I don't think that's gonna happen.
No way, man, because you perfected that thing. Like you said, every time you would put it to your feet. Dominant. One of the yeah, and the fight.
Oh! Funny part is, my high bar dismount, I actually did make that up myself because I sucked at doing backflipping dismounts off high bar. But I did get that one named after me, but I don't think anybody ever did either. So maybe I should go back to the well and tell Steve Butcher to work on it for me.
John, I think I gotta ask a favor on live. I really need to go to this Flip Fest camp and refine some of my gymnastic skills and honestly just go learn a Roethlisberger. I think I feel complete if you taught me the Roethlisberger.
There's bigger things, man. Trust me. Don't set that. Don't have that be your bar. That's not where you want to be.
I'll come out of retirement again to do a Roethlisberger.
Oh my God, I would do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat to go to Flip Fest.
Hey, you're welcome anytime. Come and be on our staff. You have a good time.
Yeah, it is fun out there for sure, man.
This is a cleaner team.
Very much so.
That's the name of the game for Army on parallel boards. They like to keep it clean. They don't do the biggest stuff. They do a little bit of underbar, a little bit above the bar, a little bit at the bar. Keep it clean, and you're gonna see a couple of dismounts from them that are really clean as well.
Ooh, almost got the stick there.
Yeah, brought it around. You know, Army's happy with their gymnastics today, right? They've only had that little hiccup from 2 guys on vault, but they had some of their big vaults actually go out and hit today. So it's no joke for Army today. They're really putting it down.
You're doing a great job.
Where's the link? The stick for stakes link.
It's in the description of the it's in the description of the YouTube video. So if you go into the YouTube stream, you hit the description. There's a link in there.
I also put them in the chat earlier, and I'm gonna put them in the chat before we go into the final rotation as well.
Find it in the chat. Yeah, put it in the chat when you get a chance.
Looks like we finally got our first $50 for Army here, guys. Let's keep it rolling on Army. Army needs some help if they want to be able to catch back up. Stanford, I believe, has like 4 extra sticks just from money alone. So, Army guys, you guys got to get the ball rolling, and it looks like you're getting that started. But here we go with our next routine. It's going to be Brandon Briones. Big man on the parallel bars, man. He can swing, he can do above the bar, below the bar, at the bar, and he keeps it so clean. Just look at that right there. Perfect handstand. Look at that pirouette. That's how you can tell usually with the good sign of a gymnast. Not even the biggest skill, but those small skills, they're doing every single one perfect. Look at that giant, no movement, no nothing. Keeps it absolutely amazing. Cannon.
Really
I
good
can't even put it into words like how beautiful Brandon Briones' P-bars really is. But as I say that, Caster's Curse exists, and you see him sit down.
You know what's really crazy about Brandon Briones? Brandon Briones' routine is actually a lot better than this. He actually can do a Bobzar as well.
Big double front there with another stuck dismount for Stanford, putting
Stanford
it down
is running
today.
away with it. Army, where are you guys at? You guys got to help out your team here.
Man.
Help out the team and also help out NCAA Gymnastics. Create some more opportunities.
Absolutely. Get it going.
Yes, so I put the links in the chat again. So let me know if anybody in the chat is having trouble finding that stuff. The Venmo also does work as.
Yeah, where does it show up in the chat? Because I don't see. I got the YouTube chat, right?
Yep, the YouTube chat.
I have the last message I see is from Evan Rignola.
That's weird. I put.
It's probably updated right now, guys.
Yeah, maybe.
But here we go from Army, Matthew Martin on the parallel bars.
Come on, Matt.
Matthew's been having a really good day today, so I'm hoping that he can continue that stride is on this parallel bars routine.
Here he goes. Really nice handstand work. You see that carry over in the rings.
Double front here. So you can get it. Come on.
Big
Come on.
dismount.
That's solid.
Good job.
Stream is muted. That is weird.
No, it's not.
Well done.
Doug Van Everen, head coach, the Army team, done an awesome job for that school for a long time. How long exactly has Doug been there? That is actually a very good question.
So this is
6? No.
this is that mount again, John. He's gonna do
Oh, sweet.
free hip the Helios and F. That was a good find by Psych.
Is Psych the one that came up? Is it named after? That should be named after somebody. Could I steal that still and get that named after me, do you think?
They they said that he found it in
Oh, the code?
yeah.
You got a name to it?
Free hip to my coots.
That's not a good name. That's a terrible name.
Yeah, I think, Johnny, you can submit retroactively for your high bar discount.
I know, I need to do that.
You need to do it, yeah, for sure. All right, here we go.
Since nobody in the world does it. Who cares?
Up. Oh,
So
nice.
good. That is, I wish I could have done that. Looks like fun.
Followed by another my coots. Well done. No pause. That was great.
Brodie's got a 16 start value on this routine.
Nice peach hand. Cast upper arm. Tahama. Wow. Super clean.
I'm going to say this right now, but I haven't seen the other guys in the national team in a while. None of us really have. I know Winter Cup just happened, but he looks like an Olympian to me. I mean, he's got every event. He's got great gymnastics.
He's like going like this too. He's just
Trajectory, as we like to call it.
trajectory is like peaking at the exact right time. So here we go. Dismount. Oh man.
How many has he stuck today? Stuck rings, stuck P-bars, did not stick vault, I don't believe.
I
think he stuck pommel horse, which is really saying something.
Stanford just running away with it. It looks like we got a $25 donation from Sue Istalk, and just has Gymnastics Entertainment. So if you want that to go to a specific team stick fund, or if you want that to just go to us directly, I guess just kind of clarify.
Yeah, just either make a comment on the Venmo, or you could just comment in the chat where you want that to go to.
That way we make sure it's in the right spot. But yeah, it looks like that skill was actually first done by Marcel Nguyen, guys.
Marcel Nguyen from Germany.
From Germany, yep.
Germany.
He has a couple skills on P-bars.
That's a good save on that yomp. Oh, buffering.
And a little bit laggy there. Sometimes it happens at Army's gym.
Nice double back, but still.
They got to get some sticks in,
Gotta
man.
stick those B dismounts, guys.
I want to remind the Army fans, Army is only $25 away from getting another counter to their stick total.
Do it.
So you guys want to close the gap over there on the stick total. You guys only need to donate $25 right now to add a point for Army.
Brodie Malone, a 15-1.
Did he get 15-1 on it? That's
Out
all.
of a 16 start. Now the bonus stick helps, but I don't think we've seen too many scores within 1 point of start value tonight.
No, we have not.
This afternoon.
So this next guy, I've known literally since he was born. His dad is Eugene's son, and he's in San Antonio, and one of the best guys you'll ever meet.
I didn't know Eugene had a son that did gymnastics.
Blake, yeah, this is Blake.
That's crazy.
Eugene.
Oh, Eugene. You know, funny story about Eugene. He was our translator when we went to China,
Yep.
1998. Were you on that trip, Kevin?
Actually did go on that one.
Okay, it was like a training trip, and I remember there was a guy, one of the local Chinese officials or coaches or head of delegation, whatever, that was talking to us, and Eugene was translating, and Eugene says that basically he talked for so long that Eugene didn't couldn't translate. It was just usually you talk in short bites and then they translate. But I never stopped giving him a hard time because he didn't know what the guy said. And I said, why did we bring you as the translator? You can't even understand what they're saying. To this day, I'm like, have you learned to speak Chinese yet? And he always tries to defend himself. But that was my Eugene in China, the translator who couldn't translate.
I mean, when we were in Beijing, I don't think the man slept for a month. I mean, he worked so hard. I mean, just running the entire time. I mean, he made it such a great experience for us over there.
Yeah.
And took care of so many details. And I'm telling you, he never slept. He was always running.
Well, I believe he's one of the translators for NBC. They bring him over to the Olympics to help with athlete interviews and stuff like that. But he's always a character. Love seeing that guy. And I didn't know his son did gymnastics for Stanford. This is awesome. 16.0 start value we're about to see.
I mean, he's incredible on P-bars, and I think certainly speaks to Eugene Blake is one of the team captains, and just got that work ethic and just an amazing attitude. Here we go.
So Blake's son actually does another really unorthodox skill. It's called a falcon. We're gonna see him do that. It's a laid out backflip with a half twist.
Nice fight. That was ridiculous. Holy cow.
He is a P-bars.
Man, still, he could have lost a point easily.
Man, he tapped right after all that.
It's so good.
There we go.
Looks like he's just gonna opt to the Suarez today.
Yeah, no falcon today.
That's lame. He must not know we're watching.
Got 1.25. Dismount. Double pike.
Blake's son,
Nice.
good
He's not
routine
gonna be
today.
Brodie, but that was still pretty good.
Senior night for Blake's son as well. So
Awesome.
great way to go out, kind of on your senior night routine there on your best event. Blake can really put it down on the parallel bars, and I'm happy to see that he's just continuously getting better. Even as a senior, and I'm really hoping that he can either All-American this year or take home the P-bars title. Just depends on whether or not he can come out and hit a really, really, really clean set.
Yeah, I mean, he battled quite a few injuries too, and it's great to see him competing. And
Yeah.
he's on senior night.
I still don't see that link in the chat. I'm just saying. Sorry, sidebar.
I'm really confused why my stuff isn't showing up as well.
I'll take care of it.
Here we go.
Well, Kieran and Reagan.
Yeah.
That's
Come on,
so
come on.
weird, man.
Good fight. Whoa, front toss. You don't see that very often. He did that easy.
Really clean too. Really nice.
Yeah, super clean. It was practically laid out. That was cool.
That was awesome.
Come on now, we need a stick. You got it. Lift. Come on, find it. Ah, close.
Need a little more pop off the rails.
That was a good set, man.
All right, Eugene had some really good guys back in my day. Dan Fernie and Quinn Rowell. Have you ever heard of those two names?
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm just a little past that time. I'm even past Isaac time. Isaac says people that I have never even heard about.
Well, gymnastics evolves so quickly, and with the life cycles of gymnasts really only being in the spotlight for 4 years for most of them, as they're in the NCAA, it is pretty easy for some names to get swept under the rug, unfortunately.
One more exhibition from Stanford. Riley Luce finishing off this rotation. I saw the links for Army came up, but if I'm going to stick to my guns, I've got to. Oh wait, it's both, isn't it? Wait,
Yep, I threw both in there.
How come I won't? It's not hyper. Like I can't click on it.
I think that's just because it's in the chat. You just have to copy it and paste it.
Copy it in. Bless you. I think somebody just sneezed.
Yeah, I've been sneezing all day. Sadly, I'm a little bit sick. If you guys did hear that, but it's not COVID. I already had it. and I tested
How's that
for
go
it.
for you?
Just allergies.
This is Riley, correct?
Mm-hmm. The fact that Riley's not in the lineup, I think really says a lot to just how insane Stanford really is, especially on this event. I feel like P-Bars is one of the events that Stanford's just leagues ahead of a lot of other teams. Maybe Michigan could give them a run for their money, but I think with this whole lineup that they have in currently with Brodie and Blake and Brandon Briones, I really don't see anybody touching them this year. Nice double front from Riley there. Little step back, but nice exhibition for him. We saw him on vault today, too. I think he's just taking a little bit of a lighter day today, trying to get ready for probably the end of the season. He's been competing a lot this year, a lot more than some of his other teammates that came into the season a little bit later. Remember, Stanford really didn't get into the gym until around, I think, February. But Riley was one of those guys that got in a little bit earlier. Saw him a lot at the first competitions of the year. Really filling in kind of an all-arounder spot while most of the team still wasn't ready to go back in and compete because those guys were still down in Cyprus. Brodie Malone, Brandon Briones, Ian Gunther. I think Curran was down there as well. So
Curran was there. Uh-oh. You're getting more sickness.
What's going on?
They definitely have an amazing parallel lineup, and that's one of those events that can be a separator, you know, because it's tough to get those start values up, and you got a guy like Brodie Malone anchoring that with a 16-0, along with Blake also with a 16. Man, that's some amazing gymnastics they're doing there.
absolutely.
It's going to be exciting for sure.
So it looks like Stanford with the 69.55 on parallel bars. Guys, that's a massive parallel bar score. Anytime that you see anything but vault and floor break almost to 70, that's an indicator that team is putting it down on that event. Army
they broke a 70 this year. Stanford has.
Yeah.
That's their high.
Then you look at it and it's a 61.4 for Army. So pretty good stuff from both teams. Army's putting routines down. They're struggling a little bit after that vault rotation, but in terms of just being there and being good, I think they're doing all right. But let's throw it back over into Stanford.
I'm curious what their total start value is on P-Bars. Doing it right now. 15.9. I mean, those are like international start values for sure.
Oh, definitely.
All right, guys, let's get into it here. This is going to be the last rotation. We need to pick up a little bit of this energy here, guys. We got to pick up this energy. We got Ian Gunther, man. Ian Gunther is an absolute stud on the high bar and all of the other events that he does because he is from Stanford, and he's also, well, I believe is should be on that. Laid out Tkachev, making it look so easy. Another straddle Tkachev. There's no deduction there, guys. There really isn't. The taps are perfect. The over the bar is perfect. That laid out Tkachev half. I mean, he makes it look like it's child's play. But those are some of the biggest releases that you can do on the high bar, and he just makes it look so easy. I'm expecting Stanford to really pick up a lot of sticks here on this last event. That was probably the first deduction I saw for the whole routine from Ian, and a laid out half and half out. Doesn't get the stick.
No.
Army, this is your chance.
For one, 4 more to go.
This is the event that we should see the most sticks on, if you want my opinion on it. Because a laid out half in, half out, the moment you let go of the bar, you're looking at the ground the whole time. So,
I think pommel horse personally, but if you want to take high bar, that's fine. But I think pommel horse.
the easiest event to stick that counts for sticks.
Patrick Armstrong.
Here we go. Army on high bar. Starting off with Patrick Armstrong.
This is their chance to take the stick for stakes crown.
Yeah, they can really build some ground up here, but they got to.
I don't think it's mathematically possible, guys. I'm just doing the quick math. 10 to 4.
No, not yet. Not without the help from their alumni.
They can do the donations. Remember, $100 gets a stick.
Bring it on. I made my donation, by the way. I had to stick to my word though and go with Stanford because they did the first $100.
Uh-oh.
Come
Wait,
on,
don't have
stick
enough
it,
out.
baby.
Doesn't
Oh, big
Doesn't
hop,
get the
good
stick.
routine.
Good routine. Very solid all the way through.
Army doesn't want
Job
these
from
donuts.
Patrick.
But we
have
we
the high bar routines for Stanford. Do you have the high bar routines for Stanford?
what's it?
Yes, I do.
So the thing about Army today, guys, really is on their high bar, they need to make sure that they hit today, because someplace that we've been really seeing Army struggle, especially going into the later half of their season, has been they're not closing on high bar. And they need to be ready for this ECAC championships that are coming up, because that's going to be their qualification to allow them to really start looking at going to the NCAA championship. So if they need to be able to start closing, because remember, the ECAC championships goes in and replaces your highest score of the season, and so it can really change your 4-score average when you're preparing to get ready to go into the NCAA championship. So this is a really good practice day for them to be able to come in, fix that. But here we go for
Big
Stanford.
release move coming up.
This is actually
Brandon.
Brandon Nguyen, my old teammate. We grew up together. I taught him everything on high bar he knows, absolutely everything. From, I believe he does 2 Kovac elements. So
Yeah.
so hopefully he does his Coleman and his Kovacs today.
Well, here we go. This should be exciting. Coleman, double back with full twist over the bar, and hope to regress.
That's always the key to release moves. I find out.
Oh, no
You know
way.
what? He's going to do the Coleman. I guarantee you he's going to do the Coleman. And I guarantee you what he was thinking about when he was doing that release, which is the easiest release in men's gymnastics, basically.
Yeah.
He was thinking about the Coleman when he was doing that. Don't you agree, Kevin? Like, he absolutely should have caught that, right?
Well, yeah, I think that's part. It speaks to the, the rules. If you catch with bent arms, it's a deduction. It's one of those deductions. So he was laying it out, getting as far away from the bar as possible, so he could just swing an easy giant out of it. Looks like he's going to repeat it, or let's see, maybe. Here we go.
Definitely
he's
should
gonna
repeat that.
Block the bar. There it is. See it? Beautiful. All right, now we're setting up.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Gonna do it. And double
That's a
back, full
catch.
twist.
So
Beautiful.
when release moves catch the bar, that's my favorite part of them.
Layout to Kachev. Well done. One arm.
That was a 2-arm giant without one of the arms.
That's correct. Another Tkachev. No problem. And he's putting down a great set.
Is he really going to do a triple twisting double layout?
We are about to see.
Most likely not, I'd imagine.
Hey, Johnny, you missed it.
Salto backward straight with 3 twists.
He did heck tap into a pirouette like you used to do into your full pirouette.
Plato half NFL.
No
That's officially.
stick.
Why do I have a triple twist on my sheet? Am I looking at the? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's why.
Did you see that? Did you see the pirouette, John?
I like that pirouette. You never underestimate a pirouette.
No, I mean he used a heck tap. This
Back in the old days, that was my thing.
so full pirouette, right?
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool.
I did it like 3 times in the compulsory in '96 too. I thought I could create some, some flair. Didn't really work, but whatever.
It's cool. It's cool to use that technique. I know Akash uses it a little bit on his full pirouette to L and can get it done nice and early. But here we are going to Army.
Jackson Pofal. I hope I said that right.
Here we go. I think what he was saying, they got to just get some hits here. Uprise pirouette. Giant. Ginger, yes. That's always great when you regrasp the bar. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's generally a positive.
Yep. You got a Quas, half Higgins, Giant, Weiler, nice. Well done. Weiler full. Here we go. Another Weiler. Pirouette. Come on now. Got to get the dismounts. Here we go. And double A.
Oh, stick that bad boy. Come on now.
Kid though, 2 for 2. They're getting their hits.
They're going to finish 5 for 5, finish on a good note. Stanford, same way.
I hope so.
Brandon Briones is the next one to go. Let's get some big releases. Let's get some more of those Colemans, Kovacs, the death-defying. I like the ones where you're taking some big risks, but I didn't like to do that. I just like to watch other people do that.
Well, Brandon's got Tkachev stretch, Tkachev, but he also does some Takamoto works. You're going to see Tak full and Tak half. Those are
I'm a big fan of those.
add to his 5-3 start value here on high bar. So it's mountain with Yamawaki, and then we'll see layout Tkachev. Dismount. Looks like most of them do layout pull out, like you were saying earlier. You can see the ground nice and early and hopefully get that stick.
We got the showstopper next though. On deck for Stanford, Brodie Malone. Are you joking right now with the 16.5?
Yeah, that's world class.
I'm pretty sure, is that not the highest start value in the entire meet? I'm pretty sure it is.
I think so.
I think it is by like a half a point.
That's exciting.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. He better hit it. I'm gonna really be mad at him. Sorry, Granny Malone, if you're listening. I want to drink some Judy. Here we go.
Here we go with Brandon. Starting out with Yamawaki. Get that heck tap work in. And endo up. Now he's going to do Tkachev. Here we go. Good pressure on the bar. Extend. Woo! Got it.
Good.
Good. Another Tkachev. And nice. Good turnover. Straight arm giant out. Like to see that. Line change. Here we go into talk work, I believe. And talk full. Oh, nice.
Little flat. He's gonna get hit. I mean, that can be like a half a point deduction, which I think is insane.
Yeah. But that was talk half was good. Got a nice quas at the end. And Rabalco. Good. Now setting up for the dismount. Here we go. If you can get it, spot that ground, seize it. Boom! Yes.
Make it a dozen.
That's the way to do it right there.
Dozen.
Awesome. Good job. Very solid routine from Brandon. Not too many mistakes, like you said. A little bit on the talks, but otherwise it was very, very solid.
All right, looks like next up.
International viewers apparently.
What's that?
We got some international viewers apparently from the Netherlands and Portugal. I love Portugal. That's my favorite city in Oregon, though. I think it's beautiful this time of year.
Shout out to the Dutch. I had to hit up some of the Dutch gymnasts to try to come on the network. So if you're in contact with Bram Verhofstadt, let me know. I want to get in contact with Bram and Casimir on some stuff. On some extra content for everybody. So let me know. But currently we're looking at a 12-4 total for the sticks for stakes right now. Stanford is really running away with it. And right now I'm doing the donations currently, and Army still has not got a single donation from that will reach that will give them an extra stick. So if you guys want your team to win this, you guys are going to need to help out the team. Also, Robert Connor, we need to know who you wanted to pledge that money to as well. But let's get into it. This is Jackson Popple. He's done a really good job to slice and dicing through this routine. And here it comes.
Zach Mitchell, isn't this Zachary?
Oh my god.
Oh, gets the stick. Good job.
Gets the stick.
That was a moonsault right there. Nicely done.
That was good. That was a good set, man. Did some Czech giants in there. I mean, I'm sorry. Did the German giants over the top? That was good.
Yeah, that's something we started to see a little bit more in more recent times with that eagle grip, and then guys are doing Indo and Indo kind of like in that eagle grip giant. I mean, I haven't seen. I'm sure it's been the thing in the past, but I would say since I got to the NCAA 6 years ago now, I didn't see it much, but I'd say it's kind of making a resurgence. Same thing with those German giants. Just I'd say in the last 2 years, I started seeing the German giants come out a lot more. And I like it. I feel like high bar is one of those events that we can finally start to see some expression. You watch, as being a ringman, a lot of the times I'd watch rings and it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's just which guy can do it better. It's almost like compulsory, But when you get to high bar, you get to P bars, and you get to really see these different
E-bars is big.
These different experiences, right? And these different expressions of your gymnastics. I really enjoy that. I think that's what makes the sport interesting, and I wish we had more of that. And I really do hope in the next code change that we have that they can implement that even more.
Mix it up a little bit.
Here we go, baby.
Here we go.
This is the biggest routine, and I'm going to just say it, the biggest collegiate routine in the country right here. There's all kinds of names I can't even pronounce. And when that happens, that's a really good sign.
First one is Casino, though. That's stretch, Coleman, double layout, full twist. Stretch position. Here we go. Setting it up.
Oh, this is beautiful. Come on.
Oh, awesome. Good catch. Next one. Coleman.
Oh my!
Good gracious.
Beautiful. Stretch, Scott. Oh, wow. That was awesome. Connected to gotcha.
To the Lynch. That's the Lynch, by the way, in case you were confused. Jair Lynch.
Wow.
Also a Stanford gymnast.
Also Stanford, great.
Okay.
Wow, this is an insane routine. Cock half, yeah.
Come on, stick it. If you don't stick it, it doesn't count as a hit.
You gotta get the exclamation
Come
point. Here we
on.
go.
Come on!
Come on.
Oh, no, that was
Oh my
Come on.
god.
That's incredible, though. My gosh. Here's the thing about Brodie, Kevin, that I really like is, you look at some of the weaknesses on Team USA, and rings and horse have always gone in kind of unison, right? You need, So if you're good on horse and rings, but Brodie, high bar has become a kind of a sore spot for Team USA too, and he's good on horse, he's good on rings, he's good on high bar. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that can cover those three events at the level that he can cover. Now, certainly he's not necessarily the best, except maybe on high bar, but to cover him at the level he does, that is so valuable. And that puts him in a great spot for the Olympic team.
When we go in between routines, we got to get your prospective Olympic team for both you guys.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, because I got a hard out as soon as that last high bar dismount lands, guys. I got a family chomping at the bit, so I gotta go as soon as we're done. So yeah, Kevin, I want to hear your Olympic team.
Well, I have to agree with you there on Brodie, man. He's like so good right now. And clearly, with that high bar set, puts him right in the mix. And here we go with Army finishing up this dismount. Oh, good job. That was all.
Matt Davis back. I really want to see where if they can keep their consistency up and their execution score up. I want to see where Army ends up when they have all their horses going. No pun intended.
ECAC championships. Gonna see it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Little Blake Wilson here to anchor the rotation for Stanford. They got one exhibition to go after that. Curran Phillips. So 3 high bar teams left. Kevin, go. Start putting together your Olympic team.
Hold on. This is Riley Luce.
Is it?
Yep. Sometimes those lineup sheets get mixed
my bad.
up.
Yep. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Thank you, Kevin.
No problem. And just back to Army, they're 4 for 4 on high bar. To your point, Isaac, about them needing that consistency. So we'll see if their last guy, Miguel, can bring a hit and be 5 for 5. That should set them up well going into the ECAC championships. So.
Yeah, I mean, they had a huge meltdown last weekend. So they had 2 huge meltdowns actually on high bar last weekend, and they started to kind of almost throw the meat out. The other team didn't make it quite back in, but regardless, they got to fix that for the championships. But here we go, Riley Luce.
Oh, here we go.
Kenan, are you expecting to stick here?
It's Riley, so yeah. I'm giving him the stick.
This is Yamawaki with a half, so.
Oh, hey now.
Upgrades that to an E. Nice Yamawaki. And Kacha, good.
Riley makes it look so easy, guys.
I mean,
all of these Stanford guys on all of their releases, they just have a certain flow and a certain tap about them. I call it talent that just allows them to really just come out and do the most beautiful high bar in the nation. It's almost just like watching the national team just do high bar, but they're an NCAA team.
Well, they definitely have great execution. Here we go, and that's ball hop.
Not bad. Man, 5 for 5. How about the consistency today from both of these teams? You gotta love it.
Really though.
All you
And
can do is go out and hit, and both of these teams, for the most part, have done that. Pretty awesome.
And if you look at it as a whole, especially on the Army side, like they're really prepped and really ready now. I feel like to go kind of into the end of the season and do some really good stuff. You know, that's a really good momentum swing for them. I think they only had 3 falls today. I believe 2 on vault.
Yeah, 1 on vault and 1 on horse, right?
Yep.
On horse, yeah.
So good
So
stuff
they-
coming out from Army today. But it looks like our last guy up for Army is going to get started here. This could be Miguel Anconio. We saw him earlier put down a beautiful vault. He did a double front. Really good correction from last week. So let's see if he can fix his high bar from last week as well. We're going to see a nice little Tkachev here. Really clean. Nice over the bar as well. Really nice taps. Tkachev half there. Really, really nice stuff from Miguel. That's a good momentum swing that you want to have. Little unorthodox there. Pirouette right into the one arm. And I believe he does. There's that free hip. We see Cal do a lot of free hips on high bar as well. But let's see, Miguel, if he can get this dismount. And he needs it here. Got another one. Way to go.
Whoa, let me get the flag up one more time.
That's a good way to end your meet
Great
right there.
finish for Army. Love it.
5
Beautiful.
for 5. Man, that's a great comeback from last week. That'll set up the momentum going into their championships. Good job. I mean,
Kevin, what's your Olympic team, man? Give me your Olympic team.
the top 4 guys.
All right.
I got exactly. I'm just gonna say Nathan Blair just posted a team that, and I don't want to take the easy route out, but that pretty much exactly what. If you made me guess, and I'm not going to shortchange anybody else that's still out there, because I think there's 15 guys. I mean, it feels like there's a dozen guys that could make this team. It's just such a weird year. But that Sam, Yule, Shane, and Brodie would make a heck of a team, man. I don't know. That's pretty solid.
I would agree, man. I got we got Sam, Yule, and Shane, and man, that you got. I mean, nothing's a given, right? But
Yeah.
They've been solid, and then Brodie is, like you said, man. His trajectory is just.
And he's consistent. High start values, and he's consistent.
I mean, and you said it. When you got horse, rings, and then high bar. I mean, that was a beautiful routine.
And that team, I mean, golly, you just got Cameron Bach, who looked great at Winter Cup too. It's just it's ridiculous. It's great to have this problem, but the thing about that team is there's no gaping holes. A lot of times you go to an event, you're like, oh gosh, here we go. We got to make it through this one. And you kind of close your eyes and hold your breath. And that team doesn't really have any of those moments, as we see our last high bar worker, not to ignore Curran Phillips' great high bar routine here.
I think that it, again speaks to Stanford's depth. You got this set as an exhibition, and he's doing great gymnastics. See if he can finish it up with.
Oh, keeps it on his feet.
Yeah, they were very solid all the way through and through. But you're right, John. When you don't have any holes in the lineup like that, it's tough to do, especially with only a 4-man team. It's such
a fun one.
Well, they need to bring.
Hey, Butterbean, there he is.
There he is.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to let you guys close this out because I have to go. I thought we'd be done by 4, but this was awesome. This was a heck of a meet. Love working with you guys. Kevin, awesome job. And thanks for having me on. I hope we can do this again.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you so
Definitely.
much, John, for being here. It really was a blast. And, it's crazy. Like we said, it feels insane. So thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Rock
All
it
right,
out.
man.
Close this one out. It was a good one.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
That was awesome. Thanks, John.
All right, looks like we got Riley Luce up on the camera here.
Should I FaceTime him?
I mean, we could.
Tell him
Yeah,
to go to the
FaceTime him.
camera.
Let's get him on. Let's get the Stanford guys on here. Here, I'm for real. FaceTime him right now.
I'd say I don't have his number. I have
Yeah, you
Snapchat.
do. Hit him up on the Instagram. We got him. Yeah, let's see if we can get a Stanford guy in here. Get them talking. So it looks like we're gonna pull up the event overview for the teams here, and it looks like
Wow.
412 for Stanford, massive score. Army 371. I want to pull some stats up from how these teams have been performing this year and kind of get that up. But during this time, guys, you actually still can have an effect on the stick scoring. All you need to do is go into the description or into the chat and donate some money to your team. Currently, Army has $50, and I believe Stanford has $425 because remember that extra $100 from the Venmo earlier.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna count it up right now. They have $500.
All right, so they got $500. So they have 5 extra sticks. Army is currently at 6 sticks. So in order to tie, we're gonna need about $600 out from Army in order for them to get up there. But it's doable. And otherwise, half that money that is going to Army is actually going to end up going to Stanford. So if you guys want to help your team out, you got to donate some more money and help them out. Also, to people at the Stanford side, feel free to donate more money if you want to. You know, I mean, you guys have one as of right now.
I think it's just important to say that it's not really about winners or losers. We're all in this to save the sport and to create more opportunities for the sport. And that's really what the fundraisers are for. We are advertising it as a game, but the goal is really just to help raise money for NCAA gymnastics and to try to do something to give back to the community. So, guys, please, on the Army guys side, you know, everybody goes to school free there. So I really don't understand this, but guys, donate, and it's really going to help save the NCAA men's gymnastics programs. And for the Stanford guys, well, you guys have been on the right track so far and trying to help their team out.
Yeah. Other thing, too. Oh, this is a really good idea. All the guys in the chat right now, put your Olympic team in the chat. We want to see how many people we can get in chat engagement on right now. Go. Everybody that's in the chat, go and dump your Olympic team in there. We want to see who the consistent push across the board is.
Well, I see a lot of Sam and Yule, and I'm in the DMs all day. I have Yule in there only because I think he will be picked, but he definitely doesn't deserve to be there. DM me about it. I'm in the DMs all day about it. If I could pick a team, I'd definitely pick Sam, Brodie, Judah, and Shane.
You know, not a bad score for Army today, honestly. It's about 1.5 points below their average, but you got to remember, they're missing their all-star guy today. They didn't have their best athlete in. So without your best guy to be able to come out and hit your average, that just shows the Army had a good day today. They're consistently improving from weekend to weekend. And as we move into their final meet, which are their final couple of meets, their next one I believe is going to be the ECAC Championships. It's really important for them to be able to build that momentum. And if you're coming to the next meet, that's when the hype is going to begin. We're still going to be here with Kevin, but we're going to have another special guest that's going to come out and join us. But it's going to be a blast. You're going to start seeing a extremely close matchup between Air Force and William & Mary for that 12th spot. Remember, only 12 teams make the NCAA, and it's the top 12 teams. So currently, they're fighting for that 12th spot. Currently, Air Force, I believe, is 13th, and William & Mary is 12th. So that's going to be a battle to see which team comes out on top. But
that's gonna be great.
I'm going to throw it over into our cameras here so we can just kind of stare at a frozen picture of John Roethlisberger and our friend Kevin. But, Kevin, thanks so much for being here. Unfortunately, we didn't get to thank John. He had to run as his family needed him, which is totally understandable. But I guess kind of while we got you here, Kevin, is there anything that you want to talk about from the meet? What did you think as an overall? What do you think Stanford's looking like going into the postseason?
Wow, they look fantastic. You know, and you guys talked about that. You know, the quarantine and whatnot, and then that was. I mean, for everybody, and you know, having a full, I don't know how many months out of the gym and just make them do the best that they could, and you know, it looks like obviously from today they're getting routines together and getting some consistency. I mean, a 412, wow. I mean, just I think they're going to be the team to beat for sure. You know,
definitely.
They're getting everybody healthy, and they got tremendous start values, on all their events, and really good command over all their gymnastics. And per Stanford tradition, they got great execution. Like we talked about on most of their events, but in particular, like rings. Their ability just to do really flat Malteses, and man, it's going to be exciting. And this was a great opportunity. I loved it. I love the platform. Thank you guys for getting it together. And I'll put my 2 cents in about NCAA gymnastics. I certainly would not be where I am if it wasn't for my college experience at SIU. And it changed my life forever. Having that college experience. Those teammates we're still like super close friends. In fact, we're having a reunion in a couple months. Like, we're all super tight, and there's nothing like it. And I think Johnny spoke to that common denominator of the sport of gymnastics. It's so hard, and you kind of you go through it, the pain and the struggle and all the effort together, and it just bonds you for life with your teammates and friends, and everybody that's done the sport knows it's so hard. You think about learning your first circle, how long it took to do that. It just takes so much hard work and dedication. So man, let's keep things like this going. Let's get those donations up. Keep the notoriety going for all of these athletes that do the sport in the college programs, because they are all truly amazing. So
Agreed. Well said. So sounds like we are going to chill out for about 2 hours before our next meet starts. I believe we're going to be starting at 7 p.m. for the next meet with William & Mary and Air Force, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll start a little bit earlier, get the chat flowing. But I think, guys, if you want to watch some good, fun gymnastics, like obviously watching this meet, I feel like it's about the big gymnastics. But if you want to watch a close match and something that has some big stakes on it, not just with the sticks for stakes, but for the event itself, that is a meet to watch tonight, guys. Prime time, 7 p.m. Be there. We're gonna be getting hype. I mean, I already know. We Cannon and I will probably be commentating a little bit more on that one. We just had such a dynamic duo here today that we were just like, Cannon and I were like, this is hit mute on the microphones. Let these guys do their thing, because they're the pros.
Yeah.
So, but Kevin will be back with us for William & Mary and Air Force, correct?
yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
And Jeff Robinson, I believe, right?
Yep, Jeff Robinson, ex-head coach of Air Force. He's currently working at a gym. He'll explain everything. He's currently in Phoenix, Arizona, but a really nice guy, and I'm really excited to be able to do some cool stuff with him. But it looks like the chat's still going wild with this debate. See, Sam Judah Brodie from Matthew Brown saying Sam's really the only lock. Sam Judah, Cameron, and Brodie, and have Kurt be the head coach. Sam Yule, Akash, Brodie. So it seems like Sam and Yule, for most people, seems to be the lock, and then the other two are kind of like going in and out. But I don't know. I'm kind of with Cannon. I love Yule, but I don't know. I don't know if he's the lock like everybody's saying. He's got a lot. You know what the thing about? You know why I think Yule actually will be a lock though, is because he's already done a lot of press. Like, I'm not joking. Like, he is literally the guy that I've seen on like podcasts. I've seen him on shows already, just talking about, hey, I'm going to be in the Olympics, and like, he's already kind of speaking it into existence. So the media and the news really is already like, yeah, he's gonna go, and I feel like that's why people are even saying it. But I mean, if you go and look at like Winter Cup results, maybe we could have a different story.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He's taking the smart move. He really is. And Yule, if you want to continue that, come on the show. We'll give you a little platform. We'll get talking. We're gonna have all the Olympic hopefuls on the show, probably in the next weeks. Just do some interviews, you know, get you guys to be able to kind of learn about them a little bit more. Maybe do some profile work. Our website is currently almost up. Just got word from my website guy today that our website's going to be up. So we're going to have some cool articles on there as well that you can go and read. But, you know, like every day, we're going to have the good videos up as well, continuing with those things. And then also, too, covering the NCAA coverage. Unfortunately, we don't have any more meets after this weekend, but that doesn't mean we can't do any recaps, right? And we're definitely going to be tracking the ECAC championships and making sure we know who's actually going to be making the NCAA championships this year. It's going to be really interesting. And something else, I mean, if we still got some active viewers in the chat, like, who do you guys have taking the NCAA championships this year? That'd be an interesting topic to talk about as well. But I guess let's just leave the chat to discuss among themselves, and I'm going to just throw the event overview up and let you guys chill out. And we're going to prep up for the next show. And then let us know if you want to see anything different in the next show. Throw it in the chat. If you have any ideas, I could whip something up really quick, as long as it's not like, hey, change your entire overlay, because there's no way. But, you know, if you got an idea or something, you know, DM me on Instagram or throw it in the chat here. I'm going to throw the event overview up, and we're going to coast out to some vibe music here as we pull up into our final stuff. So thank you so much for being here today, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Come back at 7. 7 p.m. Eastern.